Hello, everyone. It's Monday. Monday. Oh, I don't like Mondays at all. So, hopefully, we can put a little smile on your faces on this Monday. Hey, Arsenal, good to see you. Is this the first Monday of the year? Is it the first of the year? Right, the first Monday of the year. Right, let's see. It is actually the first Monday of 2025. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome in. Right. Um, to start us off, I'm going to show a series of clips. The reason why I'm going to show these clips is just so you can understand the type of person we are talking about, right? So, but before then, let me welcome my ever lovely co host, the vessel of dishonor. Hold on. Don't move. Just hold on. Don't say anything just yet. Wait, I think I've got the thing here, have I? Oh no, I haven't got it yet. Oh yeah, I got it. Right. Okay. So, right, everyone. So, welcome the vessel of dishonor.
Hey, Afro. Hey, hey. Brap, 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 brap,
Hey,
brap. Hey, Afro.
hello.
How you
Hello. How are
doing?
you? I'm
I'm
good. How are
fine.
you?
Oh, what a welcome.
Yeah,
I love it.
see, I missed you
I'm good. How
yesterday.
you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Hi, everyone in the comments. Hope you're all well.
Arsenal 14. Arsenal is here. Arsenal. Hey, Afro. How? I'm good. Thank you. I am good. Monday blues. Ugh. But yeah, Monday is almost over, and yeah, I'm back to doing something I love doing. I seem to be enjoying the this Tobi investigations recently. It's just been crazy. It's like, what? I didn't know this guy was as bad. Well, I knew he was bad, but he's worse than I actually thought. Vesu, did you know about Toby before now?
No, not really. I just,
Mm.
just here and there you hear something, but you don't really pay attention because it's just one of those. Do you know
Okay.
what I mean? But of recent, yeah. And do you know what? Toby is the gift that keeps on giving because every time we do a live stream about him, I find out something new,
Mm-hmm.
something I never knew before. And I'm like, "Oh, how come all these people are not seeing this? You know? So,
Yesterday, I thought you missed out because we did the this his lawyer.
man, how could I miss that? Man, do you know, my heart was broken, but I had some stuff I had to attend to.
Absolutely, I understand.
Life happens, but I will
Absolutely.
go back and watch the stream. I'm
Okay.
sorry for
Okay.
disappointing, guys. I
No,
wasn't,
don't be sorry.
able to
I'm
attend
just
yesterday,
saying.
but
Yesterday,
I'm here today.
yesterday, I'm thinking, okay, that would have interested you, but
Mhm.
we could do it. We can do a rerun.
Yeah, we
Or
can do that
that
another day. Yeah. Or I can do it on my channel with my commentary, you know?
okay, yeah, you can stream it onto yours and then do your
Yes.
commentary. Absolutely. Nothing stops us
Yeah.
from doing that. Hey
Okay.
Oshi. Oshi, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, everyone. So I'm going to show a series of clips. 1 second, let's do this. Oh no, not this one. Give me a second. How's everyone's Monday? Hope your Monday is going well or has gone well, is going well. Okay. I'm going to show a series of clips, just snippets here and there, so you can understand the nature of the person that we are talking about, right? Just have a little feel of this person in case people don't know who he is, what he stands for, and at the bottom of everything, I want you to remember that this is a quote and unquote now man of God, a man of God, a man that God is supposedly using for his work or whatever this is he's doing for God. Okay, man of God. Always put that in bracket, man of God. Okay, right. Let's go. This is an interview he did with Chude.
Up in a very poor area, Songo in Ibadan. It's very, very rough. We grew up very poor because my dad was very disciplined, or is very disciplined. Those who hide are cowards. Because I know pastors in Africa who have big cars, Bentleys, and all that, but they drive Toyota to church. The first miracle Jesus did, he attracted people to himself by turning water to alcoholic beverage. Our parents went to church, but for those whose parents are not pastors, went to church for many years and they came out with nothing. Literally, nothing. There was a time they said they shut down the church. We are still meeting. We would finish service and the altar would be filled with all manner of drugs. And we didn't even know how to report to the police. We were just doing our thing unfailingly after.
Okay. When he said that, that just did you hear that? What he said? He said we were just doing our thing. Services will be full of all manner of drugs, and we didn't know how to report it to the police. What? You don't know how to report something like that to the police? Just call 999. That's all.
This guy, this is
Just call.
what I'm saying. Afro, this guy was supposed to have been working with community leaders. He was supposed to be working with the police. Why did he feel like he could be this one man band that would rid the streets of drugs and knives and lighters and rizzlers? He was supposed to be working with the authorities. He keeps saying, oh, the authorities said this, authorities said what? They didn't offer to help, they didn't offer to step in. What safeguarding measures did this man have in his church in
Mhm.
order to protect those who were coming in to hand over the drugs and the knives and stuff?
Can you imagine, Vessel, though, going to a church where after the service is drugs, gang members, a fight? You know, fights have broken out in Spark Nation.
Really?
Police have been called. And when the police got there, and there was one person, his girlfriend attacked the police.
I really?
The girlfriend attacked the police and they arrested her, took her to the police station. She stayed overnight. Fights have gone on in church.
What?
And this is why that girl put that message that we saw saying,
Oh,
uh,
they want to
don't
bop people.
come and rush our pastor because some of
Oh,
our members are ex-gang members who are still transitioning and they will not be afraid to bop you. Remember that?
I remember that.
Hmm. So fights have taken place in stagnation, unfortunately.
Wow.
Hmm. The police have called, yeah, they've been called, and yeah. But anyway, let's continue with this. I don't know how a pastor says he doesn't know how to call the police. I think the question we need to be asking is why are there drugs after service? You've got drugs. Anyway, let's continue.
Each service, then you would have at least 3 police
It's
vans.
not better.
They've come to collect things that people have surrendered on the altar.
You
Mhm.
didn't have any experience in any of these worlds before this. There was no.
I mean, you have vices as a young man. Maybe you smoked for the
Toby said 3 police vans will come after they are done with service to come and collect all the drugs and knives and things that have been left over by these people. So the police just come, they just pick up and go, pick up and go. We're talking about criminal uh, activities, drugs, knives. They don't ask any questions, the police. They just come to Spark Nation, three vans, pick up, and like, what? What? How would. Okay. I do not believe that one bit.
The social activity of it, or little vices, but nothing close to that. Let me say to those who would say you spread money on Davido, I love Davido. I went to Davido's show. Do you know what goes through my mind in those kind of shows? I'm looking at endless numbers of young people. I went to Whiskey, endless number.
There's been some dramatic stories, heard from your church. One of the more dramatic ones I heard was a young man who came to the church ostensibly to stab someone or to kill someone.
His name is Kelvin, and he told me, look, sir, there was a guy who was inviting my girlfriend to church. I've seen the guy, he has tattoo all over, he has earring, and I'm thinking, this is not a church guy. He's just trying to play funny with my girl.
Girlfriend.
Hardly will a day end without gunshot. And it's just young people. This is 2005, 2006. 14-year-olds were dying, and they are Nigerian names. Damilola. I hear a name like Okechukwu. I'm thinking, really?
You say the church gives, it doesn't take. There was no offering time. So that is fascinating for me.
We don't. Because first, I realized years ago that the work I do must be a sponsored work. Most of these guys are young. So what we believe is attract first. When you attract, there will be controversies. People will share their opinion and saying, I think we can do better if we come together as a people, and not trusting the church with them. Because for the church, they will just spiritualize them. And it always goes wrong. In the Bible, when Jesus was on earth doing his ministry, he healed the cripple. And people heard of the news. Today, if you heal the cripple, it means nothing. I grew up in a very poor area, Songo in Ibadan. It's very, very rough. We grew up very poor because my dad was very disciplined, or is very disciplined. Those who hide are cowards. Because I know pastors in Africa who have big cars, Bentleys and all that, but they drive Toyota to church. The first miracle Jesus did, he attracted people to himself by turning water to alcoholic beverage. Our parents went to church.
So Toby says, because Jesus attracted people to himself and turned water into wine, alcoholic beverage, of which, because we are not Christians, so that story is bogus. 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 Just why? Anyway, never mind. That's not the issue. Toby says Jesus attracted people to himself. And yeah, because Jesus attracted people to himself, guess what? Toby now uses that as justification to drive Lamborghinis. That the pastors who don't bring their Lamborghinis to church, that they are cowards. But Toby, you know, this guy.
Church, but for those whose parents are not pastors, went to church for many years, and they came out with nothing. Literally, nothing. There was a time they said they shut down the church. We are still meeting. We would finish service, and the altar would be filled with all manner of drugs, and we didn't even know how to report to the police. We were just doing our thing. Unfailingly, after each service, then you would have at least 3 police vans. They've come to collect things that people have surrendered on the altar.
You didn't have any experience in any of these worlds before this. There was no.
I mean, you have vices as a young man. Maybe you smoked for the social activity of it, or little vices, but nothing close to that. Let me say to those who would say you spread money on Davido, I love Davido.
Right. Another clip I want you guys to see is this one. All right, this one. Vessel, are you there?
I'm here.
This one. will make you laugh. Please listen.
They didn't hear me. There were some bullets that your brothers dropped today, and me and Pastor Daniel, we whispered to ourselves, we said, they didn't hear it. They didn't hear it. It's okay though. It is right standing that commands right worship. There's no right song. There is right connection. And so I spoke about how if you align with the will of God, with what God is doing, it will have no choice but to give you an anointing to take your community, to take your secondary schools. You know, more than 6 schools this week. I was told preaching and talking about Spark Nation, using it as what to teach their students. More than 6 this week alone, including Cambridge. How do you get to that? Coming to church to sing the normal song.
Vessel, you didn't say anything. You didn't hear it?
Oh, I'm trying to make sense of what he's saying. He said he went to 6 schools, 6 high schools,
No.
including Cambridge.
No.
Talking about Spark
I will
Nation.
take it back. No, I will take it back. I will take it back. All right. Hello, everyone. Let's see. We've seen I see Mary Parker. Hey, Mary Parker. I'm loving your channel. Thank you. BTY London. Hey, Afro, did you watch Ruthless on Amazon? Amazon Prime? No, Ruthless. I don't even know what that is. Ruthless. I'll Tobi first class. I think he was high on you think he's high functioning autist? No, I disagree. This is very high grade of, let's not diagnose it, just no. But autistic, I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh, by the way, watch an interview of Tobi, and Tobi really hates the shape of his own head. Where did you watch that? Where did you watch that? He left his age group completely rolling in the mud with kids. He's supposed to straighten their heads. Oh, I don't understand that. He left his age group completely. He left his own age group. He hates his own age group and the age group that came before, the generation before. He loathes them. He loathes them. He's got something to prove to them. This is why he's rolling with the young kids and making them fund his lifestyle, right? He's rolling in the mud with kids, supposed to straighten their heads. I completely agree with you. But Tobi is not the person to do it. Tobi is not the person. Purity. Hey, we just 666. Good to see you. Good to see you, my lovely. How are you doing today? Let's see. Cute T says, "Hey Afro, go on the Exposure channel." Listen, I've been following Exposure for years. When Exposure first came out, I'm a regular customer on there. Exposure. I am. You don't want to know. Never mind. I'm fully following that channel. Yes, absolutely. Oh wow. Any video that drops. Any video, I'm there. Anyway, Vessel, because of you, I'm going to take that back. Please listen to it, okay? I want you to listen to.
Okay.
All right.
They didn't hear me. There were some bullets that your brothers dropped today, and me and Pastor Daniel,
just very quickly, Vessel. This was the early days of Spark Nation, right? His wife would nowhere in sight.
Yes.
If she was here, I don't know if she might be one of the people here, but there was no way of telling she was his wife. Absolutely none. This is why people didn't know he was married, So these are the early days, okay? But please just listen to what he's saying.
They didn't hear me. There were some bullets that your brothers dropped today, and me and Pastor Daniel, we whispered to ourselves, we said, they didn't hear it. They didn't hear it. It's okay though. It is right standing that commands right worship. There's no right song. There is right connection. And so I spoke about how if you align with the will of God, with what God is doing, it will have no choice but to give you an anointing to take your community, to take your secondary schools. More than 6 schools this week. I was told preaching and talking about Spark Nation, using it as what to teach their students, more than 6 this week alone, including Cambridge. How do you get to that?
Vessel, 6 schools were teaching their kids about Spark Nation,
That's a lie.
including Cambridge.
That's another lie.
Like the school decided, okay, you know what? This is not in our curriculum, but hey, kids, Spark Nation, Tobi Adeboyega.
Hello.
Like, where does the teacher begin?
She'll probably start at the point of a young man landed at Heathrow Airport wearing his dad's clothes that were ill-fitting because he
Probably will
was
bring out that
malnourished.
photo as well.
Yes, he was
Bring out that
malnourished
photo.
and dragging a suitcase all the way from Heathrow to Dagenham. Yeah, that's what comes to mind.
I mean, it's, see, the people that once praised this guy, I'm sorry, you guys really, you boosted his ego. I mean, I understand. I completely understand. People thought he was, there to really help. He was there to, make some kind of impact that the police couldn't. I get it. But my goodness, this thing went into his head. The thing went into his head. Eh? His head got so big. Oh my, but never mind. I'll let you guys hear that again for those people who didn't hear it the first time. Tobi said they were teaching in Cambridge. Cambridge decided, today we are going to teach our students about Spark Nation.
They didn't hear me. There were some bullets there. Your brothers dropped today, and me and Pastor Daniel, we whispered to ourselves, we said, they didn't hear it. They didn't hear it. It's okay, though. It is right standing that commands right worship. There's no right song. There is right connection. And so, I spoke about how if you align with the will of God, with what God is doing, it will have no choice but to give you an anointing to take your community, to take your secondary schools. More than 6 schools this week. I was told preaching and talking about Spark Nation, using it.
Vessel,
Yes,
just very quickly, while I remember, can you please remind me to tell you something about that? The white boy, Connor.
Okay, Connor. All right.
Okay.
Did we ever finish the focus on the goons?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Because of Connor, we need to go back on the goods. We have
yes.
to go back. Oh goodness, trust me, you will laugh. Okay, sorry, people.
Country schools. More than 6 schools this week. I was told preaching and talking about Spark Nation, using it as what to teach their students, more than 6 this week alone, including.
Wait, they were preaching Spark. They were using Spark as what to teach. Tobi.
Cambridge. How do you get to that? Coming to church to sing the normal song. No, what you just saw now, the power of the Holy Spirit. And the moment we shut him out of the church, there is no more church.
Okay, so that's that one. And there is this one. Right. Okay.
Check out those who accuse you of money. Ask them, when last have you given? The most is this house. Because you can't have money and give it. Check out those who accuse you of money. Ask them, when last have you given? We fed over 3,000 young people this year. Did you contribute? No. And you want to tell me about money? How many people live in your house? I've got 14. You're driving a selfish life and you want to tell me about money? When I've turned everything I have over. Let me tell you, there are people that God just creates to make money. I was one of them. I turn it all over to the Lord and to the Lord's people.
There are people who God just created to make money, and Tobi is one of them.
He was one of them. He's no longer one of them. He was one of them.
Afro, he still is, because they're still scamming.
No, he isn't. You can't call scamming making money. You're thieving, you mean?
Yes, thieving,
You're
scamming. Is it not
thieving.
the same thing? So this guy just sits back, does not. Isn't it the same Bible said, by the sweat of your brow shall you eat? Toby does not
Mm-hmm.
sweat for anything. Toby just
No, he
sits there.
does. He motivates all these
Uh-uh.
goons. He
Afro, the
motivates
young
the
people go and
goons.
sell their blood for him. The women are there scamming or doing whatever they're doing for him. All he
He
does is sit there
motivates
and
the
count.
goons. See, by this time, the money was not in. The money was now being injected in. You see, at this stage, right? The
Yeah.
designer things were not really
Oh, I
there
see.
yet. This was
Yeah.
still when the money. This was a time when the money started coming. Is someone sleep? Is someone sleeping next to you?
Mm-mm.
What's that noise? I'm hearing like some like a.
You know what? I'm gonna close my mic.
No. You don't have to. You don't have to. I just need to know, is that me or what? Don't close your mic.
No, because I realized that whenever I'm streaming with this device, you always complain about noise. So
What?
it's this particular device I'm using.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. There's something wrong with it, I think.
Kitchen porter. Yes, kitchen porter. Kitchen porter earns £400 and gives £270 to children. To the young kids he's helping. He's an illegal immigrant. He has allowed his passport to expire. Never mind passport expiring. Ah, they are young kids to look after in Peckham. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's go back to the video. Let's see. And guys, Vessel, you are not take into account. He's talking about the people who are asking what they do with money. Toby is saying because he's got 14 people living in his house, you have no right to ask him what he's doing with money. They are feeding. This is one thing I don't understand.
Was Mary looking after them all? 14, 15 plus himself. Was Mary looking after them all at this point or not yet?
I don't know.
Was it Lucy doing the looking after?
Lucy is usually, you don't really see Lucy in this period. You don't see Lucy.
So maybe there was someone else doing the looking after.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Because the way it's now going, it's as if this guy mooches off women. If Mary has to look after him and
Mooches
10
of
other people.
everyone. Mooches of everyone. And he see at this stage, right, he's starting to come into his own. He's starting to show who exactly he is, right? But people weren't really tuning in. From day one, this guy was already telling you who he was. Do you know this is actually titled "Don't Ask What We Do" with something like that along those lines, right? It's me. I'm the one who titled it "Don't Ask for Money," but the way they titled the thing, that like basically mind your business, really. When a preacher, guys, listen, when your preacher or pastor starts telling you go and mind your business, it's not your business what we do with money. It is your business what you do with money. All the monies the pastor collects, it is your money. That's the people who contribute it. Even if you contribute £1, $1, £1, collectively, it is your money. And a pastor should be transparent. A pastor should be able to show you this is what we did with the money. Right? When the pastor starts telling you, oh, just that I find that yeah, it's just nah.
You given the most is this house because you can't have money and give it. Check out those who accuse you of money. Ask them, when last have you given? We fed over 3,000 young people this month, this year. Did you contribute? No. And you want to tell me about money? When how many people live in your house? I've got 14. You're driving a selfish life and you want to tell me about money? When I've turned everything I have over, let me tell you, there are people that God just creates to make money. I was one of them. I turn it all over to the Lord and to the lost people.
Vessel. So hey Frank, Good to see you. Hey, Queen Coco. Vessel, this guy is saying that God created some people to make money, right? So
Mhm.
when God was creating everyone, you see, there are billions of people on planet Earth, 7, 8 billion people. So as God was creating them, God was saying, this one, yeah, create this one to make money. Frank, I don't know if Frank is a millionaire over there. Frank, yes, God said, Frank, oh yeah, him. Mm, yeah, he's for making of money. Mary Parker, she looks like a rich woman over there. So, okay, Mary, okay, let's create her for making money. Sinopataki, me, I don't know about Sinopataki, whether Sinopataki is created to make money. But Queen Coco, yes, Queen Coco for making money. Arsenal 14, yes. But everybody else, God said, nah, I'm not creating you. I mean, just think about that nonsense. You see, this is why, guys, this God thing, I find it really laughable. They use God for everything. God did this. God said that. God creates. God. How is God creating people to make money? Tobi, how is it? But anyway, Toby knows. Maybe Toby was there with God when God was determining who is going to be rich and who isn't.
Without a penny. And he's been faithful. No church leader can tell me about money. None of them should tell you. Check their giving record. You feed over 4,000 widows and orphans all over Africa. I'm going to tell these guys, if we go back next week, about being selfless. Thank you for helping some people in Africa. But now it's time to turn your money towards what is right for the gospel. Don't ask me to come to your city for revival without sending your seed first. I'm not asking you to give me money. I met people in this system.
Don't ask me to come to your city for revival without sending your seed first. Seed time, harvest time. Toby said, you want a revival? Send me your money. This guy.
It has gone to his head. He said send your seed first. He wants the seed in advance.
Yes, for revival. For revival. This is the revival which God should be taking the glory for the revival. Shouldn't, if God is in that revival, if God is the one who is orchestrating the revival, shouldn't God be supplying the money? But Toby said, you send me your seed before I even step in your city. I need to take that back. I need to hear that again. Say that. Say
what is right for the gospel. Don't ask me to come to your city for revival without sending your seed first. I'm not asking you to give me money. I met people in this system. They become captives to the system. Young men, young girls, listen to me. There's only one prayer that God looks for in the life of everybody. And don't you sit there and be the older ones. God does not look for age. It does not.
Can I ask everyone, this audience compared to the audience yesterday, let me see. Spark Nation has taken a big hit. Spark Nation is not sparking anymore. Right, let's see. Spark Nation is not sparking anymore.
They're nosedived. Nosedived.
Spark Nation is
Splat.
not sparking anymore. Wait, let me see if I can find. Yeah, look at the audience now. Spark Nation is not sparking anymore. Wait, let me see if I can find a good photo, or well, just a view, right? A view of, right. So look at, this is the current day Spark Nation. More designer clothes, but less people. Now there's more designer clothes, but less. Just look.
Only 4 rows. Is it 4? 3?
5. I
What is
think
she?
1, 2, 3, 5. Wow. Just wow. Guys, look at the difference. This one and this one. Huh? Look at the difference. Look. Wow. But they wow. It gives me joy that people are starting to wake up and leave. Yes, from SPAC nation to scam nation. No, it has always been scam nation. It has always been scam nation. Always.
Not care about age because he is ancient of days. Is looking for vessels. When they turn to Jesus and said, teach us how to pray, because I don't want to preach today. God said, just
Tobi says God is looking for vessels. Hello, vessels of dishonor.
He don't want me.
God is looking for you.
He don't want me. He does
He
not
made
want
you
me because
a
all
vessel of
I will
dishonor, though.
do is dishonor him. He does not want me. I will
Okay.
cause wahala and trouble and boss bass.
Mm. God
What's the
doesn't
bass
like all.
for?
God doesn't like all this kind of. He likes obedience. He
Me, I'll
likes
question every
100% obedience. So, and I know you will not even. It's not your type. Anyway, but they said they're looking for vessels. In case you change your mind, you can be the vessel. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry, just
tell them. And if you've heard today the word PT being repeated many times, it's because I died. You're not dead if you've not died in your money area first, you know. You're not. You're very much alive. See, you've gone on 5.
Tobi said, "I'm sorry, guys. I have to do this." Tobi saying, if you hear the name PT being mentioned everywhere, the reason why that is so is that he died. He died in the money area. He gave everything. That's why you are hearing his name. If you want to be relevant, you need to die to your money. You need to give it all. This is the undertone that you guys need to take into consideration. You need to be tuning in and be listening. Tobi said he died. And Tobi, what money did you have? We saw you pulling your suitcase now. We saw the suitcase. So what? This man just sit there and lie.
That God looks for in the life of everybody. And don't you sit there and be the older ones. God does not look for age. He does not care about age because he is ancient of days.
Okay.
He's looking for vessels. When they turn to Jesus and say, teach us how to pray, because I don't want to preach today. God said, just tell them. And if you've heard today the word PT being repeated many times, it's because I died. You're not dead if you've not died in your money area first, you know. You're not. You're very much alive. See, you've gone on 5 holidays this year and you fed no widow. And you have the gut to tell me about money. I've not gone on any for 14 years. But I've fed more than 10,000 and thousands of widows.
I don't like that gaslighting. I don't like that gaslighting. I hear that in this place, if you're one of the committed members, you can't just up and leave and go on holiday. Why? Because Tobi cannot up and leave and go on holiday. That money you're using to go on holiday, that's seed money. Tobi, if you've not been on holiday for how many years? 10 years, 14 years? It's none of these people's fault here. These people here, most of them here, their parents have secured their futures, right? Their parents have put in the legwork for them to be in this country, have the right documentation, and thrive. It's not their fault that you cannot travel. So don't blame them for something that is your own issue. Guys, any leader that starts to find issues with you spending money on yourself and looking after yourself, going on holidays, doing things that you enjoy, if that's something they start to complain about, then know that that man is, you don't want to continue being there. I remember one time when we were going to church, it was a CAC church years ago now, and this man, the pastor, on a Saturday, he would decide, okay, let me just put a program on. People have things to do, and then he'll expect people to be there. Then when he puts the program on and not many people turn up, the next day, Sunday, he'll now be telling us that, yesterday when the program was on, he saw in his spirit the angels coming down with gifts, and all the gifts had people's names on it, and that the people who were in the service, the angels gave them their gifts, but all the people that were not in the service, the angel took their gifts back with them. I said, really? In my mind then, I said, well, if the angels came with gifts to the church service, even the angels knew where I would be at that time. Even the angels knew that before the pastor put on his event, I was already booked for an event that should glorify the name of God. So if God is looking for me with gifts, the angel know where to find me. That thing really upset me. How dare you? It's crazy. Tobi cannot fly. Of course he cannot fly. He has staycation, permanent staycation. Well, he's going to fly very soon, though. He's going to fly very soon. Hey, Dr. EQ. Hey, Special Kali. Used to attend the Potter House, and the pastor told us to take permission and consult with him before going on holiday. That's just disgusting.
Because of you and I. And it will, to take the next generation, it will take a bunch of selfless people. I didn't say a bunch of perfect people. So I'm not even sitting here saying we are perfect. No, we don't need to be. But we will.
Okay. One more video. Sorry, guys. This guy is talking to young people. Look at this girl's face. Can you see this girl's face right here? She's looking at him like, we've attended some churches in the past. Senior Pataki, absolutely. Yes, been there, done that. Yes, got the price tag as well. And this is why we can critically do an analysis of this whole religion thing. Would we get it right all the time? No, but at least we know exactly what we're talking about. I mean, and because we've got no attachments, we've got no we're not leaning towards a religion or anything, we can look right in and tell you exactly what is going on. That young lady there looking at him like, what the fuck did he just say?
We can't see the lady up from.
Oh, she was right there. You can't. Hold on. Did I not? Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry. Oh, I thought I'd shared. Okay, listen to this.
You see a power breed character, then you see a Kunle character.
Sorry.
And it's beautiful. And someone is sitting down there thinking, how this Kunle boy, how does? That's why God didn't use you. If you were that knowledgeable, you will be the one in front. He will not use you because he knows that in your mind is the throne of God. You are judgmental. No, judge them mental. I'm sitting.
As I was saying, these are young people. He's telling them there is a Kunle, someone called Kunle here. God is using Kunle. But you, the rest of you, God is not using you because you are not knowledgeable enough. And number 2, you are judge and mental. You're judgmental. You are judge and mental. And these people laugh. Look at them laughing. Tobi is insulting you all. And you laugh. No wonder when Tobi starts talking like this, the next week, some of these people say, this is why the numbers are reduced, because Tobi is a nasty piece of work. He doesn't know how to hold his tongue. He's so bitter. What is hurting this man? Telling them they are judge and mental. Are you mad?
He will not use you because he knows that in your mind is the throne of God. You are judgmental. No, judge them mental. I'm sitting there saying, God, I don't care who, how, and when. If he's speaking your word, I just love this. Praise God. I just love it. You know what adults will normally do? Not our kind of adults. Our kind of adults are different. They'll sit there and say, I hope these children really know the word of God. Yeah, right. That's why God walked past you to use them. This is a prayer then. Now close.
So he's talking about the adults, his own generation and the ones before, that say, do these young kids even know the word of God? Yeah, right. That's why God skipped you and is using them. Just all these people, they're all majority of, well, the ones that are remaining, they're pastors. Pastor this, pastor that, pastor. You go to Tobi's church, 6 weeks, you're already a pastor. Just bring seed, bring hefty seed. They make you a pastor, head of strategy, head of. It's crazy. Anyway, let's go to the video of today, which is the interview that he did recently. This is the lady that after she was done interviewing Tobi, Tobi said she was begging to be at his next party. After this interview, that Midday, I think her name is Midday, Midday was saying, your next party, I want to be there, Tobi. So Midday, if you ever catch this, apparently you were busy asking to be at his next party. You want to go and do one 11-11, eh? And to go and meet Davido at the expense of those young kids. I'm still waiting. Next 11-11, Daddy Freeze. Oh yeah, go and party now. Go and party.
There's evidence of that. Just for the record, are you getting deported or not?
Think about this. It's PT.
Why is it only SPAC Nation that these allegations are being made?
We are the largest independent church in the UK and in Europe right now.
That's a lie.
Yeah, but is there a specific amount of money and essentially pressure that is put on people to bring money?
Wait. What is the largest independent church in Europe? Okay. List of the largest. Let's see. Look at it right here. Yoido Full Gospel Church, Calvary Temple, Nginden Bethany Church, Victory Church, New Life Fellowship Association, Deeper Life, Christ Commission Fellowship, Lakewood Church, Church of Highlands. I'm trying to find SPAC Nation. I don't see no SPAC Nation. Okay, some people will say because it's Wikipedia, maybe you don't get the okay, but largest churches in Europe. Let's see. Church of England, Church of Sweden, Catholic Church in Ireland, Evangelical Lutheran Church, Evangelical Lutheran Church, Church of Norway, Catholic Church in Lithuania, Church of Scotland. I mean, what does he mean by? Oh, guys, this is what he says is the largest. This is the largest independent church. This thing here. The largest independent church. Oh, I love this guy's his inflated ego. It's such it's a thing of amusement. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hmm? Hey, let's see. There's even some people I can see on there's even some people I can see on screen now that I can tell stories about. Oh, where? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Feel bad because some of my close friends are pastors there. Oh, I'm so sorry. I lived with in uni. Genuine guys was stuck in a Potter. Oh, you mean you're talking about Potter's house? And many churches with these insidious practices. Completely agree. Five column church. Hey, which one is five column church? Five column church. Potters and Spark. And there are others as well. You went to church with Dami. Dami Lola, is it that one? I think I've seen him in one of the photos. Oh, okay. All right, let's continue. There's a bit to get into with this video, so.
We are back to psychology again.
It's just yes or no.
If I'm in Nigeria, I'll be bigger than this, 10 times maybe.
All right.
If I'm in Paris, I'll be happier. It's holiday for me.
Is there a particular amount of money that you need to bring to stack in order?
It is so it's so false.
Why did you change the name of the church?
We didn't change the name of the church. The name of the church is Spark Nation
I want
Family.
you guys to look
So
at
you better tell
Tobi's
them, you
expressions.
shouldn't need this guy. Nobody is close to us entertaining us. London will miss me.
Like I said, Tobi is an open book. If you've been watching Tobi, you can tell by his facial expressions. You can tell when he's starting to get irritated. You can tell when he's starting to get angry. You can tell that he's ready to yeah, he's not happy. He's generally not happy. That many times he's not happy. 11/11, when he was doing his birthday party, yeah, I could tell he was happy there because that was the Tobi show. Otherwise, other times it's hard to find him excited over anything. It's hard.
Welcome to Off the Record, a platform for individuals to speak their truth, discuss their thoughts, and own their stories. We will be having candid conversations, dissecting various events, asking the questions we're all eager to know, and hopefully coming to graceful conclusions. I'm your host, Mide Oni, the one and only. Let's get into it. Today, we are joined by a man who is no stranger to the limelight for his extravagant lifestyle and his unique way of doing things. Welcome to the show, Pastor Tobi. Hello.
Hi, Mide.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
I'm happy to be here.
How was your journey here?
It was very smooth,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to be here. I think.
How do you want me to address you?
PT, Pastor Tobi,
Yeah.
whichever.
Okay, cool. We're just going to get straight into it, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it true that you're cousins with John Boyega?
He's my family member.
Yeah. And John Boyega's dad, he was a pastor, right?
He is a pastor.
He is a pastor. Okay. So is that where you got the idea to start a church?
No.
No.
My dad is a pastor as well. So we
Oh.
come from a large family of pastors and leaders.
Mhm.
Be it myself and many of my cousins, their fathers and mothers, sometimes brothers. We're almost all pastors.
That means you've always been a believer then?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I preached my first message at the age of 8.
Yes. I recall you saying that in one of your interviews.
Absolutely.
Yes. Did you always want to get into young people ministry specifically?
I've always, in my dad's church, I was the leader of the youth committee. I've always been interested in making sure that young people can live a fulfilled life, love God. My ideology about church and stuff has changed now because I have more people to pass to people that are not believers. I mean, believers in Christianity, Muslims, atheists on some occasion. So I have a wider view of the world now. But yes.
Did Toby just say he's pastoring atheists? He said he's pastoring Muslims and atheists. All right, I will take it back. So like, I need to be sure that I heard what I heard. Toby's pastoring atheists. Okay, all right.
Did you always want to get into young people ministry specifically?
I've always, in my dad's church, I was the leader of the youth committee. I've always been interested in making sure that young people can live a fulfilled life, love God. My ideology about church and stuff has changed now because I have more people to pass to people that are not believers. I mean, believers in Christianity, Muslims, atheists on some occasions. So I have a wider view of the world now. But yes.
Yeah, he did say it. Toby is now pastoring atheists and pastoring Muslims. Like, huh? This guy, let's see. All her questions were just speculations, not based on research, like the apparatus did on her channel. Unfortunately, I think it's okay. There's a lot of things happening here, right, in this interview. Number one, this is not her space. She has come over to his space to do this interview, right? Number two, he is older. Number three, it's PT. Now, I don't know what on earth they've done before she comes to here, because I think, let me tell you what I've noticed about SPAC Nation people is they're very good at selling you. These people will sell you London Bridge. They will sell it to you. They will tell you, look, we own that. It's my father's. These people are so good at selling you that lifestyle. So can you imagine, as soon as she's entering, right, she's seeing all these big cars, big house. They may have just rented this place just for the day, but we've got an impression to make. It's PT. So I wouldn't blame her too much for her interview style. A lot of intimidation and a lot of, look, this is where this is me. I'm just trying to understand what's going on here. So he could be an atheist himself. No, Sam Beckett. No. Until he says he is one, and I refuse to accept that. I refuse to believe that. Whether I accept it or not doesn't matter. But I no.
Young people, especially, has always been my own calling and purpose for living.
When you first started your ministry, talk to me about what that looked like.
That was 2005, Queens Road, Peckham. I was 25 years old, just came to UK. I didn't want to start a ministry because I never planned to live in the UK. I came to the UK on my way to the US, but I had my cousins, brothers here. I thought, let me be with them for a few months. But Queens Road, Peckham was so rough. You're talking about people killing themselves. I come from Nigeria. I hear about crime. I saw it in Queens Road, Peckham. I was convicted that I needed to help these young people. Then I started talking to churches, like, we need to help these young people. Then they said, oh, they are just so stubborn, they don't listen to us. And I said, no, maybe we need to do things differently. First, we have to find a way to attract them, and we have to give them a better, some better things to do. But nobody was listening. So Queens Road, Hashosha specifically, Peckham, I started to reach out to some of these young people. They started listening to me. I sent some of them to Nigeria, to universities in Nigeria, because they were involved in too much crime here. That's how we started. So we didn't start as a conventional church, trying to do things like the conventional church. We wanted to help that community then. That's about 20 years ago now.
You said that you sent people to Nigeria and
Yes.
you wanted to help people. How did you fund all of this? Do you come from like a lucrative background or a wealthy background, should I say?
I come from a modest background,
Okay.
and they are still very modest. They can afford life. But then I was washing plates, and I think I've said this many times, to fund that then.
Okay.
I was a kitchen staff in one of the care homes, and I'll come back in the evening to the Hush house, maybe earning £200-300. But then not much was needed. It just needed a community. So we buy mollies, chicken and chips, and I've taken Trend Central to that mollies before, just on Queens Road, and I used that.
Okay, Toby. According to the tribunal papers, Toby has never worked a day in the UK because he's got no papers to work. So this story is false. Remember, we read it the other day. We read it. He says £400 to send kids to Nigeria. No, he was earning £400 and he spent 270 on the kids. So on the kids here. So the other 130 is for sending to Nigeria. Tobi, a 25-year-old, a 25-year-old boy knows to gather money and you off you go to Nigeria to go and study. What? Just how do people sit there and let him get away with his BS? Something like that. Now you should pause and ask him, okay, so can I meet the people that you sent to Nigeria? What are their names? And what courses did they study? How are they doing now? Did you know these basic questions? You just let him. And how you would know that he's lying is as soon as he says, I send people to Nigeria. Oh, and quickly he's jumped onto the next so that you, the interviewer, do not pause for a minute to process what he has said to you. We're on to the next subject so that you will not pause, you will not process it.
To fund that then, and they were listening to me. So sending people to Nigeria means someone involved in crime here, after they've served their time, they needed to find life, and I knew that this environment was not conducive for them. They'll go back to that life. At the time, I haven't created the things we've created now, so I don't know what to do with them. And they went university in Nigeria, they did well, first-class graduates now, back to the UK and doing well.
You mentioned
Who are
earlier
they?
that you wanted to help the youth by attracting them.
Yes.
Right? So I'm assuming you mean that in terms of money, right?
Either it's money or or the look of it.
Okay.
Because that's why they were selling drugs on the street. So it's not money like come take money. I think our community lacks inspiration at close range. So you can love rappers and all that, but they're not close to you. What I did was simple. Then I wasn't wearing no drip. Then I couldn't afford that. But as we grew and we could afford some things, I knew that that's why they followed drug dealers. And if I'm going to attract them, I have to look like that in order for them to come. Most of them, when they then come, they realize that the message is more powerful than they look, but there has to be an attraction point.
Is that why a lot of your, I guess, your messaging is very heavily prosperity based?
The funny thing is my messages are not prosperity based.
It's just the ones we see online.
Well, I don't know where people see my messages online, but if you go on SoundCloud, you'll never hear me talk about prosperity. It's not true. If you go on SoundCloud, you will hear me speak about Christ. You will hear me speak about, I'm one of the most hardworking pastors. 5,000 messages on SoundCloud, not one tied to prosperity. Not one.
You have a lot of preachings about, like you said, Jesus and everything on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
That isn't what is portrayed online. What we see online is, come, God will help you with wealth and things like that. That's heavily what your message is online.
I'm not sure that's me speaking. That's not, nobody can point to me saying, come, God will prosper. Not me. So I don't know what they are portraying, but facts are sacred, meaning people have to look for fact. But I don't think anyone has seen me online saying, come and God will prosper you. No, not me. Definitely not me.
Okay.
And I must say, though, that I don't think that's wrong in itself. It's hope. So
Yeah.
I'm not condemning that. I'm just saying that my own upcoming and upbringing and what I stand for is nation building. And that means we can work, we can think, and we can create things. We can get our community out of poverty.
And Afro,
100%.
he just
I have
admitted.
some clips of you
Hold
saying
on,
things
one second.
like
Let
that.
me
You want to help.
go on, Abby.
He just admitted to using church funds to buy the designer stuff because he said, back then I wasn't wearing Gucci. I couldn't afford it. But now we've grown and grown. You can take it back. You can take it back. He's basically just admitted to using the church funds to buy Gucci and Prada and Fendi. He has admitted it.
I understand what you're saying, but for me is okay. This is a question for you and to everyone else. Do young kids follow drug dealers because of drip?
No.
He's wearing drip because instead of young people to follow drug dealers because of their drip, follow Toby instead. So I don't know what sort of mindset that is. I don't know where you get that sort of idea from. that let me wear Gucci, let me wear Prada, and that would bring kids to me. Just how does that work? You see, we've got to be logical here. We've got to be realistic. I would not look at somebody who is changing clothes and wearing all these drip, so-called drip, and think that okay, this is the right person I should follow. If my son was following somebody who they did was wear, I would be highly suspicious. I don't know this man's brain. He he is he's a bit slow, in my opinion. This is the mentality of someone who is slow. Unfortunately for Toby, you see, it's what he is not saying that speaks louder than what he is saying. Look, Toby had his family member, John Adeboyega, right, who's doing things, and Toby is here. Toby wants to prove that, look, listen, yes, I may have just come from the Niger just last year, but let me tell you, just give me time. I will show you that I'm bigger than you. The little information that when I started following this Toby thing, Toby did not start with Spark Nation. It's a lie. He was with another church. I think he started up, and there were videos of Toby preaching in another church. And these people were not these young people, though. They were older adults, older people. But it looks like those people were not dancing to Toby's tune. I don't know what the name of that church is, but it looks like Toby struggled to be able to get these people to dance to his tune. Because yeah, if I remember correctly, if anyone has seen any of those sort of videos, Toby did not start with Spark Nation. He did not start with Spark Nation. There were other people. Yeah, I still remember the in the church setting, him standing there preaching to these people, right? But it was not Spark Nation. So now imagine, maybe they kicked him out and said, no, we don't want you because you're problematic. He's trying to prove to them, because he kept going on then about preachers who, God has left them in the dark. Their churches are not doing any, they're not going anywhere. They're not, just always attacking. There are some people that he always wants to prove a point to. Does he mention Damilola Taylor in this? I don't know. Listen.
People's lives, you want to change them from the better. You mentioned just now that people are attracted to drug dealers because of the lifestyle, right?
Yes.
So those are things that you've said online. So wouldn't that be in line with wealth?
Well, it's in line with living a purpose-filled life.
Okay.
So the definition of wealth will vary from persons to persons. For example, we have our church movement has the largest community of STEM students in technology and science and all that in Imperial College. For those who are there, they don't wear dreams and all these things. They are wealthy because they found a pathway to get into those universities. That's wealth. Those who want to be musicians, they have Limitless, one of our outlets. That's wealth for them.
Sorry, can you see how Toby is contradicting himself? So you have the largest the largest people in the STEM world. They are wealthy because of the nature of their jobs. They are wealthy, but they don't wear drip. But these people are wealthy, but they don't wear drip. But you, Mr. 400-pound porter, that is not rich, now you want to wear drip to make the people feel that you are rich. Can you guys see this guy? You wear drip to attract. But then you're saying the people who don't, the people who are wealthy, the actual wealthy people, don't bother with drip. Because listen, rich people don't, well, some might, but someone who's properly got it, who's got it, you see them, they just wear one small tiny shirt and, just, you can easily just Have you seen Bill Gates? Even Elon Musk. See the way he's dressed. Toby dresses more than all these rich people combined.
So we're not defining wealth by how much money someone looks like they have or what they have. Fulfillment of purpose is what I'm talking about. And if you check
Fulfillment
our
of
stories, the
purpose.
people around, you would see that that's exactly what we've been doing 20 years now.
And this is your overall goal.
That's what we stand for, and that's what we've been achieving.
You mention all the time that you've changed people's lives, and there's evidence of that, of people that are part of your church and things like that.
Yes.
You speak about this online often, especially in your interviews.
Yeah.
It doesn't negate the fact that there have been multiple allegations made against SPAC Nation,
Right.
Against particular members, leaders in your ministry.
Right.
So I want us to kind of talk about that, because there have been allegations in regards to coercion into getting loans out, benefit fraud, etc., etc. Obviously, these are serious allegations that
Right.
you specifically have denied multiple times.
Right.
But there's usually no smoke without fire. So where do you think that these allegations are coming from?
Now, I've heard there's no smoke without fire now for about 5 years.
Mhm.
We've been asking the public. We've spoken on BBC. We're speaking here now. Show me the fire. As in, you cannot keep alleging things. If it's 6 months, I get it. But this is 5 years after. 2022, February 10th. The police themselves said that haven't revealed these things submitted to them. And remember, this was not submitted in a corner. All the so-called allegations presented it on the sacred floor of the parliament, to the parliament, and they read it. They submitted it to the Minister of Internal Affairs or something like that, who submitted it to the police. The police came back on the 10th February 2020 that haven't considered and reviewed these things, that they have no weight for them to even open an investigation. How ridiculous. So we're saying that if this is not racism, normally that MP should be apologizing now. Maybe they don't apologize a week after, a year after, it's 5 years now. Has the police questioned anybody? Has anyone been invited by the police 5 years after on a popular case like ours? We think it's unfair to continue to work in allegations without fact. We want to fix those issues if they exist. But how can we fix something that no one is showing us where the fire is?
What you're
Toby, if the allegations are unfounded, go and sue Steve Reed. Take him to court. If the allegations that MP Steve Reed brought on you and your organization, if all that is unfounded and it's not true, then take him to court. In fact, you will be better off for it, because then that money you're craving and looking for desperately, maybe he'll be the one, by the time he's been ordered to pay you damages, you will see at least something. But I don't understand. So MP went to the parliament, told them this and that, but the police came back and said that is not a sign that you are innocent. That is not a sign. And you, Toby, should be thankful that they chose to not come after you. Right, Vessel? Vessel, are you there?
Yes, he's very lucky.
He's such an ungrateful person. He's such an ungrateful person.
You're saying, I understand the path that you're going down, but could it now be, if we look at the other side of it, could it not be a situation where you guys have just cleaned up your tracks really well?
You can't clean up your tracks with, this is UK, this is not Africa. We were not preparing for all those noise to happen. So how clean can we be? We are just a young organization who, by the way, I'm not saying we're perfect. There would be mistakes. But if somebody alleges things like safeguarding issues, like sexual harassment and rape, they will pay in court. They're all in court now. They're all running out because those are strong allegations. And if you're saying it's submitted and there's nothing coming out of it and nobody comes out, I think that's quite unfortunate for it to still be peddled around by fake media.
Wait, Toby said the allegations of rape and something else is in court and they will pay. Who are we talking about? Guys, one thing you must understand with Toby is he does a lot of rambling, a lot of, someone said it's Japanese. Who was the person that said Japanese? Right? He does a lot of these Toby-isms that is hard to catch what exactly he's saying. It was Dr. EQ. Right. It's hard to catch exactly what he's saying because he will start with one and just quickly move to the other. Toby, who is being taken to court? Who is paying? Who is? Let me take that back. I need to try and make sense of what he just said. It's hard to keep track of what this guy is saying. My goodness. Let's see. I've seen somebody. Hey, Red Solo Cup says he can't sue the MP because he spoke on the floor of the House of Commons, and so he's covered by parliamentary privilege. Really? So because he's parliamentary privilege, but people can say false things on the floor of Parliament. Oh, sorry, the House of Commons. I mean, anyway, that's something I don't know a lot of, but yeah, I will go investigate it. But even then, Red Solo Cup, they claim that Steve Reed drove them out of Croydon because of Steve Reed. SPAC Nation got so uncomfortable in Croydon that they had to run. If you are an innocent person, you will not be running. If you are innocent and these allegations are not true and unfounded, you will sit. Listen, never mind. It's crazy. This guy. Right. I want to hear what exactly he just said about it is in court.
But if somebody alleges things like safeguarding issues, like sexual harassment and rape, they will pay in court. They are all in court now. They're all running out because those are strong allegations. And if you're saying it's submitted and there's nothing coming out of it and nobody comes out, I think that's quite unfortunate for it to still be peddled around by fake media.
If a member of
Fake
your
media?
congregation was coerced into opening a business account and then coerced into getting a business loan and then coerced into donating that.
Okay, guys, Toby is going to start doing victim blaming, and that's the one that infuriates me. Victim blaming infuriates me because these are young, impressionable minds. Some of them, prefrontal cortex is not developed yet. So we're blaming these people when the grown adults are the ones taking advantage of these youngsters. Yes, Gish galloping, that's something he does. Very effective if you don't know his accusations very well. He gish gallops. I would love an opportunity to interview this guy. We won't get very far, I don't think.
Oh, me too. No, he'll walk out Afro.
We won't get very far.
Yeah.
We won't get very far because I would the way is, I listen as you're speaking. I'm like, oh, sorry. What take it back. What did you say? This is why I don't like people going off on a tangent because then it gets too much. But yeah, this guy.
Business loan money, that would just look like a donation as opposed to this person's life being ruined. So that's what I mean by covering your tracks, because essentially you're not going to have the proof to show that you took that money.
Okay, so somebody can just sit down and use the word coerced because isn't that dubious on behalf of that person? So all the way you can claim coerced because there's no way also to prove coercion. So if you did something, and by the way, we don't know where you submitted this money to. We've had cases where people were calling. You should understand that we, because of the perception of wealth, we are easy targets of blackmails.
Okay.
So if someone keeps shouting coerced, so nothing happened, you're just coerced. You as an adult, we're not talking about people below the age of 18. In most cases, that I'm saying, you as an adult, you were coerced into all these things. How do you prove that, and how do we prove against that? Anybody can claim coercion, like you are coerced, meaning someone spoke to you. Then you donated it exactly to who? Those are the questions we're asking. Our complete account is with the Charity Commission. 10 years receipts, including names of donor. In other words, if we say we made 2 million this year, how we got to 2 million is with the Charity Commission. If they are not racist, they should come out and say what I'm saying now is not true.
You keep mentioning things about racism and that they're targeting wealthy black men, but you rightfully just said you can't prove coercion. So now you've said the police didn't have a case against you because realistically they can't prove coercion. That doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
Racism, is this not what you call it's a tactic in debates where instead of addressing what's been said, they'd rather speak on something else. I think ad hominems, yes, those are ad hominems. When you start, no one in this interview has asked you anything to do with racism, but you just keep bringing it. You'll ask questions about these people who have given money in your church. Tobi is saying, who did you give the money to? Who? This is crazy. Where is the accountability as the leader of this organization? We have seen many videos of you asking people to bring this money. So you are saying that there is no way to know who was given what. Okay. What kind of organization is this? And he's saying that 10 years, they've got 10 years record. He's only saying that to me there because she won't question. But that's a lie. The reason why SPAC Nation was closed down was because these people were fraudulent. It's crazy.
That doesn't mean it happened either.
Yeah, but if there's detailed accounts of various people, not just one or two or three, multiple people coming up with the same story.
Yeah. I don't. First of all, I think young people are very difficult to deal with, and most people watching me will know that's the truth.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Okay. Tobi, if young people are very difficult to deal with, from tomorrow, stop working with young people. There is something wrong with this man. He's putting himself forward as the one to help young people, but then they are very difficult to deal with. Of course they're difficult to deal with. These people are trying to figure out themselves. They're trying to, find meaning. They're trying to, where do I fit in? They're trying to find a family, a community, right? They're still trying to figure out where they belong. Who am I? All these questions. This guy cannot even empathize with young people. He can't even try and come to the level. Oh, sorry. He does that actually. He does come down to the level of young people by wearing drip. Yeah. That's the way he does his own reaching to kids. They just wear drip and the kids will come to me. Wear the latest drip and the kids will come to me. This guy.
Version cannot be proven against or proven for. Most times it is emotion based. We actually think that it was BBC that taught these people the language to use because they know what will work. Because how do you justify yourself against coercion? But what we're saying is, when
BBC taught those people the language to use. I want you to just pause for a minute and just think about the BBC. That the BBC is so invested in SPAC Nation. BBC is so invested in SPAC Nation that they gather some people. Yeah, come now, people. We're going to teach you some things to say about SPAC. While I don't, I'm not saying that racism doesn't take place. I'm not saying that, that racial divide and the inequalities do not take place, right? It happens. I recognize that. It is part of the system. But I'm sorry, it just doesn't work here. It doesn't work here. Reason why? BBC were one of the people that praised you for the work that you were doing. So how did they then turn around and say, yeah, come and let me coach you what to say? mean, this is it just me or what?
Where did you submit this money to? To who? So that that person can be sat down with and say, who did you now finally give it to? And so two people can sit down, do a money deal, and put it on stock. That's what's been happening. Otherwise, show us who. How can you not be able to point to Mrs. Also coerced me, took X amount from me, and then she said it went to so place. Then I can sit down and say, did you give the church, let's say, £1,000? We were not given the opportunity to even do all this thing. The police reached out to everybody. Guess how many people came forward? Zero. At least tell the police, not BBC. And about BBC, if you feel cheated or done by someone, do you report to BBC or the police? Let's assume you're afraid of the police. Now you've reported to the BBC. Should you not file a case in with the police? The police reach out to everybody and say, come talk to us. Nobody showed up. How is that possible? So we should now prove that there's no cohesion. How do you prove that against or for us?
There's one of your leaders, I'm not sure if she's one of your leaders anymore, Miriam Muller.
She's absolutely our leader. 100%.
So there's clips of her online. This is facts of saying things like, I control my people's finances. I tell them how to spend their money. This is not my words, her words. It's online. Right. So this is an example of somebody saying with their own mouth that they're coercing people into how to spend their finances.
No, videos are out there.
She said, no one's going to spend the money until I tell them how to spend it.
Let me tell you, the person you just referenced now has built 3-4 businesses in this nation, contributing to the economy to this very moment.
Economy as in SPAC economy?
No, the economy of the UK.
Okay.
Good businesses. There are people in our house, they are doing well. You're talking about people that have been sent to school. You guys need to understand the difficulties of dealing with young people who run away from home. What finances did they have?
Tobi, Miriam Mola, ex-convict. She has no business working with these people you talk about. Vessel, you're going to say something? Wow.
I was just going to say, because you mentioned young people who have run away from home. Does he have a license? Is he licensed? Has CQC, come and inspected and allowed them to look after young people that have run away from home? What is his qualification that enables him to look after children that have run away from home?
Exactly. What qualifications does he have? And someone mentioned about his how he is sat. Yes. Body language. If you are one who looks at body language, that's a defense stance, right? We're getting uncomfortable. These questions are coming. I need to try and protect self, right? You put that there, and also it's a show off as well. If these shoes were the ones that he was displaying in the there's that video. Let me see. Hold on if I can find that video. Where he was showing off clothes and things. Let's see, maybe this where did I see that video? I think I had it on my thing. Okay. Give me a second. Let's see. I think I had it on my drive somewhere. Just give me a minute. Is it this one? Is it this video? Just watch this one, just for the sake of it.
Jesus time. So I dressed simple this morning. This is an LV jacket, the only one in UK. I'm Mary, an LV top and LV sandals, trainers. This is interesting. I've never seen this chain in my life until 2 days ago, and it's called Cuba. It's called Cuban. Never worn a chain in my life, but first time. This is a new AP. Christian Watches gave me this, and I don't know the name of these ones, but they are part of the accessory. Yeah, it gets better. I think I need the Nation family ring. Yeah, isn't it? And some grills. That's never gonna happen, by the way. Never. It doesn't fit my head shape. Good morning, everyone. Short time. Sorry, man. I'm just joking. Church time. Jesus time. So I dressed simple this morning. This is an LV jacket, the only one in UK. I'm Mary, an LV top and LV sandals, trainers. This is interesting. I've never seen this chain in my life until 2 days ago, and it's called Cuba. It's called Cuban. Never worn a chain in my life, but first time. This is a new AP. Christian Watches gave me this, and I don't know the name of these ones, but they are part of the accessory. Yeah, it gets better. I think I need the Nation family ring. Yeah, isn't it? And some grills. That's never gonna happen, by the way. Never. It doesn't fit my head shape. Good morning, everyone. Short time. Sorry, man. I'm just joking. Church time. Jesus time. So I
Sorry,
dressed
just
simple
I'm
this morning.
looking
This
for
is an LV
um
jacket, the only one in UK.
a
I'm
minute.
Mary, an LV top and LV sandals.
This guy. Gosh, this guy. Wait, is it this one? Okay. Just give me a minute. There's a video I'm looking for. Be able to find where he was showing off clothes and the shoe, that particular shoe. I don't know if I'll be able to find just too many. There's too many. This is it. This is it. This is it. I found it. Remember this?
If you rubbish my talent, no be you are sing for, no be your apartment. I can guess say you stay with your mommy and daddy. At 35, why okay.
Right. Yeah. These shoes. That's what he's wearing in the interview. Now, where's the interview? Right. This interview here. This is exactly what he's wearing here. So make of that what you will. It's the first thing that I noticed. I found it here. See, the only one in the UK. See Wahala, Seno Pataki, Tobi. Can you just? I want you just for a minute, just take that in. Say, man that has no papers in the UK, illegal immigrant, is wearing the one only coat by who? Who is the designer of that thing? And guys, you see why I know that this guy is very dense. Tell you why he's dense. He goes for the popular designer. Popular. Look, there are some other designers that they are not very popular, but they're way more expensive. Way more expensive. You know, the ones when you are rich, rich. You rich, rich. But this one just go and wear the popular Prada, Gucci, Fendi. This, I mean, come on. Dr. Iki Sena on a 100K salary. Look now, this is the shoe. They say the shoe is 100,000 or something. Wait, see, look at this shoe here. Look at, see, 40 something year old man. 40 something year old.
Afro, how many of them are going to share that shoe? Because we're already seeing them sharing the jacket. So that's how many of them are going to share it?
Versus, there was this shoe yesterday, and somebody who was wearing a coat yesterday, and I am sure I've seen that coat somewhere else. I am sure I have seen that coat somewhere else.
Yeah, if I know in Grammy, if I know in Grammy, I go still in Grammy. Repete, to my poor vitamin C, my two vitamin
Oh,
C,
come on, do
all
it.
for me.
Doesn't even socks. This is
Did you see those ashy feet?
look at it. Look at this. It's so horrible. Look, guys. Look.
Ashy feet.
Vitamin C, my two vitamin C, all for
Ashy ankles.
It's
You can't put lotion, you can't put cream on his ankles.
me see, oh, my things for vitamin repete, to my poor vitamin C, my two vitamin C, all for me.
oh, I'm trying to stop it.
My to Grammy, repete, to my poor vitamin C, my two vitamin C, all.
I'm looking at the shoe. This is £12,000 shoe. 12,000 pounds. How many of you will buy £12,000 shoe? Yeah?
Me. Mm-mm. Definitely not me, because if you're a parent, you start to think about what your child needs. Even if you send your child to private school for the year, that's £12,000 fees right there. I'd rather pay fees for my child to go to private school than buy shoes. I'm sorry, I'm not, a overgrown teenager in an adult body.
What's that noise? Ooh. Guys, can you hear the noise? It's just me. Maybe just drop and then come back. Yeah? Just drop and then come back up, okay?
Is it gone worse?
Yes, it's got worse.
Okay.
Can you guys hear that noise?
What does it sound like? Like humming.
Ooh. Do you guys hear the noise?
Really?
Can anyone hear the noise? Or is it just me?
I'll drop and come back.
Wait. Like you said, someone's snoring. No, it's not someone snoring. Like aliens
snoring.
underwater. It's just getting worse.
How do aliens underwater sound like? Okay. Let me drop down and come back.
Okay. £12,000 shoe. No, I need to see this thing again. When your pastor jumps on.
If you rubbish my talent, no be you I sing for, no be your apartment. I can guess say you stay with your mommy and daddy at 35. Right? Okay, if I know in Grammy, I go still.
Wait, that shoe was how much? 12,400.
If I know in Grammy,
oh, Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton Nike Air Force. One by Virgil Abloh. 12,400. Spark one. The man that cannot drive that car. Spark one. Where did drive go? Where are you driving to? Where? You ain't going nowhere. Yeah, who is going to buy me this shoe? Who is going to buy it for me? Let's see. Sam Beckett. Right, let's go. Let's go to the shoe shop. Where are we going? Louis Vuitton? Right. Who is going to buy me 12K? Can you imagine? I put 12K on my feet. 12,000 pounds. My feet. The shoes I'm wearing right now. These ones were about, let's see. These are house slippers. These ones cost about almost £12 or something like that. They are very comfortable. Look at this. Very, very comfy. Look at this. Very comfy. I've even gone and I've bought it in a different color because it's so comfy, nice and warm. 12.99, I think. I think it's 12. Look at it. 12. This, I can't. I can't understand the logic. I do not understand the logic. I don't understand the logic. Why is Better Bazaar? Why are you laughing? Huh? You don't want to wear 12K shoes? Well, no. 12K shoe. My God. Just no. Stop it. Stop it. It's not. Vessel.
Do you still hear the sound?
No. No. That's a lot better now.
That's strange. It's the same device. I don't know.
It will soon start again.
Hey, don't say that.
I will let you know though if it does start again.
Okay.
I will let you know. Okay. But Vessel, 12,000 shoe though. If someone asks me what I want for my birthday, I'll tell them this Louis Vuitton what nonsense.
Now, like I said, your school fees.
Okay.
Or if you're feeling if you don't have kids, if you took that money to Africa, you could put a whole village school. You could build a whole village school for the kids in the community. You could put up wells. You could build houses for the orphans. You could make a big difference
Yeah.
in a lot of people's lives. But nah, not Tobi. Tobi would rather wear shoes.
Including the young people that he is claiming to be reforming.
Yes.
Money will go a long way for those kids.
Yep.
The money
They
will go
could
a
go to
long way for
college.
those kids.
Yeah, they could go to college, learn a trade, and he could use that money to fund their business. So they could be self-employed.
Right, let's go back and see what he's talking about. So, guys, so when you see him sat like this, he's showing the shoe. Okay.
If you're saying she said, I control the finances, what finances do they have? Anybody should come and say, oh, she told me to take loans. At least someone should have by now. Do you know how many people that are now doing their master's degree that are now top of officers in UK because this lady opened her home to raise these people? Then we are saying, how can you see this talk online and not see the other side? Media is not supposed to be biased. It's supposed to be report and allow people. She is a strong leader. She has raised people. If anyone dares to come out and say, okay.
Tobi needs to really shut his mouth. Tobi thinks that he is in Nigeria. She has opened the house and people are doing their masters. They won't do their masters before. They're in the UK. They will get loans. This system is designed to help. Does it work 100%? No. But if you have got the right documentation, if you are focused, these are not unattainable. These are things that you can achieve. So you need to go and live in a Miriam Mola's house. Miriam Mola, does she have a master's? 26 or 27 convictions. Yet it's because of Miriam Mola opening her house to these people. Just shut up. This is the UK. People will go to school. What do people think about themselves? Miriam Mola is the worst of them all. Gosh. Well, Sina Pataki said, I guess his two kids are the most expensively dressed kids in their school. Well, you're the one saying they're his two kids. In the whole tribunal document, where he is fighting for his rights to stay in the UK, not one mention of those two kids, not one. When it mattered the most, those kids, you are the one saying, me, I don't know anything about two kids. So I don't know anything about that. So Mide's body language. What are you noticing about Mide's body language? He can't travel, so he has to justify he's spending on expensive clothing. Hmm. Okay. He can't travel. Wait, 1 second, please. 1 second. She's not buying his BS. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to be looking at her body language now.
Okay, that talk, this is how she did it to me. Someone should come out.
The point of what I was initially making was that that's evidence of a leader speaking about controlling people's finances.
It's not an evidence. It's an evidence of a leader who was speaking for 1 hour and a part of it taken out.
Okay, but the
so
part
we
that
must
she was,
put it in context.
Absolutely, but the part that was taken out is black and white. She said what she said. So is that not evidence of?
None of them reported to us. We do have leaders review almost every month. We do make sure that those houses are free houses. People can speak. We built a policy where people can speak to us. None of the people, so-called people, complained. None of them. So what should we do?
So you say things like, oh, people don't speak out and things like that, right? But in specific organizations where there's hierarchy and things like that, sometimes it's not easy to speak out. So just because somebody doesn't speak out doesn't mean that it's not happening, because sometimes you might be intimidated by the leaders or you might not feel comfortable to speak out. That doesn't mean that it's not happening.
That would then mean that the leader is not encouraging that atmosphere. We encourage the atmosphere of speak out.
But it still means it's not happening.
No, once you encourage the atmosphere of speaking out, after that, what else can you do?
So let's say the atmosphere isn't to speak out. Does that mean that it's not happening?
The atmosphere we create is to speak out. The atmosphere we create is to tell them a leader cannot lord it over you. Our whole vision for this work is to raise people with a voice. And so in most cases, when investigated, you realize that they were doing a madness in the house. There will be control. There will be, meaning the people living there. So there will be control. And when young people see laws and order, they're going to rebel, most of them, apart from those who are destined for greatness. So I'm not saying different things didn't happen. We're saying that we put policies in place. We make sure our people are protected, and we encourage an atmosphere of please speak out freely.
Obviously, in every organization, there's going to be things that are happening, regardless of if they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. There are allegations that are always going to come up because people are still talking about it. People are still disgruntled. Even if I have a conversation with an ex-PAC member person, they will still bring this up.
I wonder why everybody talks to ex-PAC member all the time. Is ex-PAC member. Nobody focuses. What about the current ones then? So to be balanced in news, everyone who wants to sell a tabloid talks to X. It's always X. I don't understand it. Yes, talk to X, but can you talk to current ones too? Balance these stories.
This guy, he gives himself away every single time. He gives himself away every time. It's what the man is not saying. That's what you should be listening to. But you're tuning into. He said they create a place where people can speak. That's a lie. Not in SPAC Nation. I'm trying to see if I can find the transcript of. 1 second. Just give me a minute. Let's see. How does one go and see the transcript of a video? Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to. Does anyone remember yesterday when we were looking at Tobi's when he was preaching yesterday and he was saying anyone who does something that they are sellouts? Does anyone remember when he said they're sellouts, that you should let them go, that they will still give you problem eventually? Do you remember that? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. second. Yes, I'm sure I'll find it. Just give me a second. I mind. I'll keep looking. Where he said something about if anyone is uh complaining or something that they are sellouts. Does anybody remember that? Hey, we just 6. Okay, you guys remember? Okay, Sinapataki, we just 666. So no, SPAC Nation is not a place where you can speak freely. That's not true. You can't speak freely in SPAC Nation. Do you think with a man this one you can speak freely? No.
Ask the people that have been there for 8 years and tell them, okay, you said this happened to you. There's another person there for 8 years. Did it happen to you? Let's balance this thing. It's always X. BBC talks to X. ITV talks to X. So everybody talks to X. And we are wondering, why though? Like, what does that even...
Can you guys see the shoe? Do you see the shoe, people? That shoe and this one here, same shoe.
If I know in Grammy, I go still in Grammy. Repete, to my poor vitamin C, my vitamin C, all for me.
He's even wearing it the same way he was wearing it here as well. Same shoe. So Tobi is very strategic when he's doing his thing. He wants you to see. It's the intimidation. So Tobi is saying that if it happened to one, you should ask the other, did it happen to you? Really? Is this how people do investigations? Is this how this guy is dense? Not if it happened, did he go and meet the other one and ask? No, go to the police. Found the old sermons, by the way. Which ones? Which old sermons?
What about like people that have come out and given detailed descriptions of what happened and even shown like their credit is damaged now because of things like that?
How can that be fact?
Why can't it be fact?
Why should it be fact?
Why can't it be fact?
Damaged by who?
By members of SPAC Nation.
How? What does that even mean?
So this is the alleged things that have been said.
Right.
They were coerced into opening a business
We're
account.
back to psychology again.
Well, this is what was said. They were coerced into opening a business account.
We're back to psychology again? She's saying what was said by the people who were members of your church. And I talk back to psychology again. What psychology? And I tell you, this guy is one of the most brainless, senseless people out there. When did she talk about psychology? Come on, people. When did they talk about Tobi? This is somebody's husband. Ish. Imagine being married to someone like Tobi. You like her? I do too. I like her. I mean, I don't find anything wrong with her interview style. It's just the way she's chosen to interrogate the man. But she doesn't look well. I don't get like I still feel like she's confident as she's speaking.
Taking the money out, giving the money, and then the payment stops happening.
As a matter of fact, I think people try to do businesses together. Businesses failed, and SPAC Nation is at fault. I think it's a convenient alibi. Most occasions, this is the fact because nobody has.
It's a convenient alibi.
So when we're sitting down saying,
or they came out with proof. What's proof? Someone is showing their bad credit. So Spark Nation is the one responsible for every bad credit in this world. How? So they will never have bad credit. People don't have bad credit. People don't make bad financial decisions.
People have bad credit, but not at the hands of taking out business loans that weren't repaid by the church, allegedly.
No, it can never be by the church. And people should be careful what they say because they will have to prove it in court one day. Spark Nation never, people did businesses together. It's a young people's church. You're talking of thousands of people. People did businesses, some didn't work. And what they wanted to blackmail us into doing is take responsibility, be paying back. Do you know that Spark Nation was the first church? And this is on record. And it's quite painful and victimizing that the media will
No, Afro, sorry. This guy said that they did business together. These are young people. We did business together. The business failed and they're blackmailing us to pay back. But he said we did business together. So you're just as much liable for the business failing and for the repayment of the loan. You're just as liable as the person who took it out because you did business together. I don't know, maybe I'm not getting something.
He said they did business together. The young people did business. No, he's
with who?
He's the one, the complainant, and the complainant, and the one who they're complaining about.
They're complaining about Spark Nation.
Yes, Spark Nation pastors, and
yes. So
he's
they did business
exonerating
together
himself.
with the young people, but he is also saying the business has failed. Now they want us to pay back. You did business together now. The purpose of the loan was for you to do business together. If the business failed, you're just as liable to pay back the loan.
Wow.
This guy is thick. He's thick.
And this, what he has just said, confirms a lot of things the exposer has been exposing over on the channel. Most of these people start their companies. Within weeks, the companies dissolved. Within weeks, dissolved on to the next. So doing business, and some of them, they said they'll come and meet the church members. We're doing this business. Just put your name. Hey, Siri says Lamborghini pastor. Hey, Nigerian youth needs him more, and he will be 10 times bigger. Nigeria, they will show him Pepe. Is the Niger hot sun? We first show him before anybody. Oh man, listen. Let me see if I can put the. We're so close to 200 signatures. You wouldn't believe it. On the what do you call it? The petition. So that's amazing. Let me put the petition in the comments again. Please sign the petition. I beg of you, sign the petition. Okay, let's continue. Was there something I wanted to show? Vessel.
Yes, ma'am.
You know that point that you just raised just now about failed business?
Yes.
He's about to say something even worse than that. Hang on.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Only church that I know of, and anybody can tell me otherwise, that actually announces in service that people should queue up, come talk to leaders to take money to start businesses. We gave money for people to start businesses. They lost all the money, run away. Then media's camera is open to tell them, hey, come talk to us, you are X, X, this, X, that. Go and check the facts. We gave money for businesses to thrive in our community. We announced in church services, we gave 4,000, 5,000. You started business, that started business, not reported. But if 3 or 4 people, multiple, then say, oh, we started a business, we opened business account, it didn't go well, it is Spark Nation fault. I think that's bias. I think it is black community.
It's very simple.
Something that was set up to make their own system work.
It's very simple. He records all his sermons, right? Where are the sermons where they dished out money? Where are they?
Exactly.
And if they were dishing out these monies, why then did they require young people to take up business loans since they were dishing up money anyway?
It doesn't make sense, does it?
We're not those 17, 15-year-olds that he's used to talking to, that will just take everything and not question anything he says. This guy doesn't make sense.
At
Which
all.
is it? Are you giving up money or you're letting the children take out loans? Which one is it? It can't be both.
It doesn't make sense to me, by the way. You have a church full of people 20 in the 20s, early 20s. And who wants to do business? Just think this is the logic this guy is trying to put across. On Sunday after the service, who want to do business? Who wants to do business? Business, anyone? Me. How much you need for your business? 5,000. Hey, take, yeah, 5,000. How much you need for your business? 10,000. Here, take. Does that make sense to any of you? Can those people run a business? Can they manage a business? Do they have the skills to do the business? What the fuck? You just give people money because this guy's dead. Yeah, no day at all.
If he is lending money for business startups or whatever, is he registered with the FCA?
Oh, that's so now.
What rates is he handing out the money? What is the interest rate? Where are the agreements, the loan agreements? This guy is so dumb. He's so
very important.
high. This guy is a dullard. He thinks when he's talking to those teenagers, they'll be jip. I'm jipping. No. If he's sitting down talking to fellow adults like us, we will ask him these questions that he can't answer. That's why he goes to hang around with the children.
Yeah. And if Sanapataki, if there are people that took money and ran away, take them to court. Claim your money back. Right? They owe you money. If you had a written agreement, that's what Bessel was saying. If you had written agreements, if you had, yeah, I say, thank you. Forwarded to groups of that. I appreciate that, SCV. Thank you. Thank you so much, because we need to, somebody has to be doing something. It's not enough to just sit and, Tobi, what's he wearing today? Yeah, he's wearing Gucci. I don't know if you guys realize that he has the last few weeks, and he's recycling his clothes. The one he wore on Sunday, the one he wore yesterday, that's one of his old ones. He's recycling clothes now. He's now. Vessel, I wasn't going to show you one of the videos we were looking at yesterday. That particular gentleman that wears Tobi's clothes was wearing one of Tobi's suits, but I need to look for one of the ones where I've seen him wear that thing. Just I will find it at some point. I will.
My goodness. These people, I don't tire.
Vessel, get ready. The part that this one will really infuriate you, it's coming.
Okay.
Most of the people talking on the internet, ask them. They are leading figures. They are talking wearing our clothes that people contributed money to give them. To date, we gave.
This is why, if you are a SPAC Nation member, I warn you. Right now, you are precious. The day you leave SPAC Nation, I'm telling you, everything that has gone wrong in SPAC Nation, you will be blamed for it. All the clothes that you wear, it's SPAC Nation that owns the clothes. Your house is SPAC Nation that owns it. Everything. Look, the course that you are studying, Tobi is the one that got the form for you. The job that you're working, it was Tobi that spoke to your boss to give you the job now. Say some of them are wearing the clothes that you bought. God, this guy couldn't daff when they bought the clothes for you, Olodo. Those kids bought the clothes for you. What money? It was their money. What is wrong with this person? Ah, I need to hear that again. To be so pained by clothes.
In our community, we announce in church services, we get 4,000, 5,000. You start a business, that started a business, not reported. But if 3 or 4 people, multiple, then say, oh, we started a business, we opened business account, it didn't go well, it is Park Nation fault. I think that's bias. I think it is Black community and others victimizing something that was set up to make their own system work. Most of the people talking on the internet, ask them, they are leading figures. They are talking wearing our clothes that people contributed money to give them. Till date, we gave clothes. That's so how can anybody not ask that? And all of a sudden, 2 people do business and it's Park Nation that spoiled their credit. I think that's unfair.
Okay.
But I also think it's not unusual for our community. Blame everybody but yourself. That's the community. That's how Black people end up where we are now.
Is it true?
Toby, you should be pointing inwards. Point inwards. Because that's exactly what you do. It's everybody else's fault, not you. The hand on the shed always freaks you out. I actually liked the look of it. I liked the, but no, not knowing what I know now. No, no thanks. No, thank you.
True that when you're a leader in SPAC Nation, you have a group of people and you are encouraged to get a certain amount of money per month or per week to contribute to the church. It's just yes or no. Is there a particular amount of money that you need to bring to SPAC in order
as a leader? It's so false. It's so false. However, every leader leading a business, because remember we have businesses, have a level of performance they must have. Businesses must work because we don't take public donations. So we have a system where a business that we started, if you put 100K in a business, I think, and the business is in the hand of a leader, I think it's only right to expect what the profit per month will be.
People are saying because there's a specific amount that they are pressured into making a month, the leaders, quote unquote, that they are now encouraging people to do benefit fraud, opening loans, even some people say selling blood for money. Obviously, these are allegations, but do you see where I'm coming from? It stems from the fact that people are saying we need to make a specific amount every month because we've been told to by our leader.
Every organization have financial target. That's how organizations work. However, we as an entity that operates differently, we have businesses, we need those businesses to work so that we can work like we work in the community.
You mentioned in one of your interviews that you've had people investigate the allegations that have been made.
Right.
Who are these people that you've had investigate?
The police, of course.
So the police are the ones that have come in to investigate,
the police
not a third party.
The police were given what I said now, the document from Parliament, and they looked at it and they realized it's not true. There's nothing to even check out in these things. Then we set up a panel. It's an independent panel. This is what organizations do.
This is what you said in the interview. Who is the independent panel?
No, I won't mention names because they may not want me to mention their name.
Are they people under SPAC Nation?
No, they are not. That's why we call it independent.
Okay.
So you have leaders in the community. They sit down. They now ask people to come forward with evidence. Let's talk. Let's reconcile. Again, guess how many people came forward? Nobody.
So if someone were to come forward and give their account, what measures would be taken for that, maybe like that individual to be, if they were found guilty, for example?
For us personally, we ask the leader to step down because it will be against our principles and values. Our founding principles is elevation of people, raising people. So if it's against our values, if we find the leader against our values, we will ask the leader to step down. And we have asked leaders to step down before, even when their name was just brought up, when we've not investigated, we just, you cannot operate in that capacity anymore. You will not lead this anymore. We fire leaders still till now. We tell leaders based on just allegation until we find out maybe they are wrong, maybe they are not wrong. Some we've sent out. We've sent out, like every organization, we deal with matters on a daily basis. What I'm saying is the allegations of open account that is so frivolous that there's no way to prove it. We found on one occasion that was a boyfriend-girlfriend fight, and the person is sitting on BBC. Now the boyfriend is no longer here, the girlfriend is no longer here, and whatever they planned is now open, is in the open. You are fighting your boyfriend, you did money stuff together, and all of a sudden, when you break away, you are now it's SPAC Nation leadership. Do you understand what it means?
Vessel, did you hear that? It's boyfriend and girlfriend.
What does boyfriend and girlfriend have to do with church business? Like, seriously. We also have Maria Muller scamming people openly. And this man has not asked her to step down. So I don't understand this whole girlfriend-boyfriend thing.
Miriam Muller cannot be asked to step down. He said she is the one in the front. She's out there on the. Remember what did he say?
Foot soldier. Foot soldier.
How can you fire a foot soldier? No, you can't fire a foot soldier. I'm so done with this dolt. I'm telling you, he's blaming his boyfriend, girlfriend. Guys, I don't know if you guys can see this shoe. I'm looking at it again. Even Primark shoes is better than this thing.
That look cute. No.
But look at it. This is 12,000. Just look at it. They work with this one. I would just, what is he wearing? Can't even tell that he's wearing expensive shoes. Just looks like a janitor sitting there.
Is to lead young people, black young people. So all I'm saying is that we have a strict set of rules. If a leader is found culpable of misleading words, not even just actions now, misleading words, we will ask the leader to step down. Otherwise, how do you build a sustainable work like this 20 years after? They've not found one thing against us. How do you do that? Strict rules.
Even though, you categorically deny all of the allegations, is there anything that you want to say to these victims that have come forward?
What I want to say to them is that they should come clean and stop playing the victim. I love apologies. I'm not proud to apologize when something is real. But don't play the victim. You know the game you're playing. Yes.
Victim blaming. They're playing games. They're playing the victim. You know this is the point, guys. This at this point is where a leader should be saying, if anyone has been hurt by any member of SPAC Nation, as the leader of, I take responsibility and I apologize. We should have had better policies in place. We should have had training. We should have. That's what a good leader would do. But this one, no. This one says you're playing games. Vessel?
Afro, the man said he loves an apologist.
No, he loves an apology.
No, he said apologist.
No,
I heard
an
apologist.
apology. Wait, let me take that. No, he said apology. He knows apology. Something like that.
Street rules.
Even though, you categorically deny all of the allegations, is there anything that you want to say to these victims that have come forward?
What I want to say to them is that they should come clean and stop playing the victim. I love apologies. I'm not proud to apologize when something is
said
real.
Apologist.
But
You're right.
don't play the victim.
I love apologists.
So an apologist is a person who argues in favor of something unpopular.
Oh, God, this guy.
Unless if he wanted to say he loves apologies.
Yeah, I think he was trying to say he loves apologies.
But he said apologists. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what he said. But Tobi has a list, just in case you didn't
He has a list?
He's got, there's a way his mouth is shaped. I've noticed from day one when I started hearing him speak.
Okay.
So sometimes
it's his jaw.
Yeah. But apart from that, he's got a very heavy Yoruba accent. It's very heavy. So all of that combined, and because he's trying to speak, the English by force. So all of them just jam each other like this, But I think what he was trying to say, he likes apologies. And let me tell you, he's not saying that he likes to be the one giving the apology. He likes to receive apologies. You heard apologies? Okay. I mean, okay.
Street rules.
Even though, you categorically deny all of the allegations, is there anything that you want to say to these victims that have come forward?
What I want to say to them is that they should come clean and stop playing the victim. I love apologies. I'm not proud to apologize when something is real. But don't play the victim. You know the game you're playing. Yes, someone might have offended you in the church. Someone might have done you wrong. But playing it this way is wrong. And that's how we pull our community down.
No. Offending people in church is wrong. Fuck you. Vessel, we were talking about church hurt. Remember?
Yes. He called them stinking people, though. He said, you stinking people, and they laughed.
Vessel, Church people are so quick to tell people who don't believe in their God, you must be church hurt. You're going through church hurt. Someone hurt you. Who hurt you? But when it
Mhm.
matters the most, they want you to sweep that hurt under the rug. Okay, you've been hurt. We recognize you've been hurt. We know you've been hurt, but just ignore it. Now, you're the one playing games. After you have been hurt, I don't get it. It's either people at church hurt or what is it? What do you want, church people? If people at church hurt, you complain, oh, you were church hurt, that's why, blah, 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 whatever actions they took. But what are you going to do about the church hurt? What do you guys do? You sweep it under the rug.
Mhm.
The perpetrator goes free. The victim is left being, you blame the victim. What was she wearing? You were not praying hard enough. You were not fasting. You were not. I just no. Come on.
So I'm not going to sit here and say sorry if you're a victim. What victim? What is it? What happened?
Can you imagine? I am not going to say sorry if you are a victim. This guy just said less than a minute ago, he like apologies, right? So if someone is a victim, you won't say sorry? No, Toby, fuck you, honestly. This is the point where a good leader would say, young people in my care were mistreated. I take responsibility. I am sorry. Even if you're doing it for the cameras, even if you're doing it for the at least but no, this guy's ego will be his final undoing. This guy, mm, wow, look at him. He says he will not apologize. Wow, this guy.
If you're a victim, what victim? What is it? What happened? We fix matters every day. Why is yours online and not on the table? None of them, if they've ever met,
I'm sorry.
street rules.
Even though you categorically deny all of the allegations, is there anything that you want to say to these victims that have come forward?
What I want to say to them is that they should come clean and stop playing the victim.
Mm.
I love apologies. I'm not proud to apologize when something is real, but don't play the victim. You know the game you're playing. Yes, someone might have offended you in the church, someone might have done you wrong, but playing it this way is wrong. And that's how we pull our community down. So I'm not going to sit here and say, sorry if you're a victim. What victim? What is it? What happened? We fix matters every day. Why is yours online and not on the table? None of them, if they've ever met me, because there were some BBC put on, I was saying, this person has never been to SPAC. How? This is not a member of SPAC, but would the world know that? They would know. So the leading voices of the so-called victimization, the people giving them voices, were people who lived, came out of prison. How can this community take people that just came out of prison, not for little stuff, but for murder and stuff like this? Take them as the people of integrity over what we all 1,000 plus people are saying these things are not true. 30 people are saying it's true. What kind of a community are we building? However, so to the so-called victim, prove your case. Go to court. There are free lawyers.
This guy is the worst. This guy has built his SPAC nation on telling the people that he is reforming those ex-gang members. He wants us to think that the gang members in his church are credible people. He keeps with him different house. They have different houses where these gang members have children living with them. When those gang members are in SPAC Nation, they are credible. We want the whole world to see them. But the moment they leave SPAC, oh, now they're convicted for murder. How are they credible? Right? They go and get this guy. You can't win with this guy. The government really failed young people for ever thinking that this guy was going to look after your young. He is a danger to young people. If you are a Spark Nation member, I pity you. The day you leave, all the things you have gone to tell PT, 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 can I see you in the office? PT, my mother did this to me. My PT, PT. The day you walk away, they will use you to preach Sunday service. You talk down on the people you claim to be helping. That just infuriates me. It's people like this that make gang people just never would leave the gang because the one who they think is trying to help them is fleecing them. That just made me really upset just now. Guys, did you hear this guy? Oh, come on. Just look at. Let me take a screenshot of this guy. Jesus. I'm sorry. That just really. Mm-mm. No.
Pull our community down.
Oh, sugar. Oh, I lost that.
But don't play the victim. You
Oh, let me take this. Oh no, what am I doing? Sorry. Okay, here we go.
You know the game you're playing. Yes, someone might have offended you in the church, someone might have done you wrong, but playing it this way is wrong. And that's how we pull our community down. So I'm not going to sit here and say, sorry if you're a victim. What victim? What is it? What happened? We fix matters every day. Why is yours online and not on the table? None of them, if they've ever met me, because there were some BBC put on, I was saying, this person has never been to Spark. How? This is not a member of Spark, but would the
Now
world
they're
know
not
that? They would
Spark
know.
members.
So the leading voices of the so-called victimization, the people giving them voices, were people who lived, came out of prison. How can this community take people that just came out of prison, not for little stuff, but for murder and stuff like this? Take them as the people of integrity over what we all 1,000 plus people are saying these things are not true. 30 people are saying it's true.
These people who are accused of murder, they were in your church. You had them there. You were doing videos with them. You benefited off those same people. Man, this guy needs somebody to really sort him out. I'm telling you. These boys, Tobi, these gang members, that you are talking down on now, I'm telling you, based on the kind of, lifestyle, you are lucky that you get mouth where you they talk because say hand never touch you. Guys, think about it. These are the gang members that he's supposed to be helping. When they come to him, I'm helping the gang people, using them to raise money for the community. But the moment he has issues with them, oh, now they're not credible. They're gang members. They're murdered, this. One day, Tobi, somebody will come and anyway, let me keep my mouth shut. This guy is playing a very dangerous game. This Tobi is playing a dangerous game. You are in the midst of people that bring knives, drugs, and all these things. You are right there in the midst of them. You have look at his mouth.
What kind of a community are we building? However, so to the so-called victim, prove your case. Go to court. There are free lawyers. Prove it.
Can you see her? Sino Pataki. Can you see her, Dr. EQ? Can you see her? She's fed up. She knows this is BS. She knows it. She's already. If she could get up and leave right now, she would leave. She's done. She can see right through him. Oh, this guy.
You prove it. I'll sit down with you and say how much was taken from. I'll give them, but they need to
boldly.
prove it.
Okay. And how did they prove it?
They should come, send us an email, tell us again, this happened. This was the money taken. This is the person that took it.
Okay. Why did you change the name of the church?
We didn't change the name of the church.
Okay.
We use Nation Family more. The name of the church is Spark Nation Family. The one that got popular was Spark Nation.
Yeah.
Now we call it Nation Family.
Yeah.
Every organization rebrands, every organization has seasons. So we didn't change the name. We're still Spark Nation Family.
Okay.
So what you hear now is Nation Family.
Let me address a comment. Someone says, Taiwo Folorunso, the Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Stop speaking against God's elected. Judgment is real. So, Taiwo Folorunso, number one, I don't believe the Bible. I don't believe the contents of the Bible. I'm not a Christian. I'm not religious. So I don't believe not one word of the Bible, not one. So whatever the Bible is saying to you is not applicable to me. So if your own Bible is telling you not to touch someone who is anointed or whatever, that's on you. It's nothing to do with me. Because I don't know what you mean by anointed. What do you mean by anointed? Guys, please, what do they mean when they say someone is anointed? What's touch not my anointed? Do my prophet no harm. Are you saying that Tobi is a prophet? Taiwo, can you please name one or two prophecies that Tobi has given that has come to pass? I'm waiting.
Taiwo must be one of the so-called social media warriors.
Right?
The
dogs.
Yeah, saying such nonsense. Do you know how many lives this man destroyed? What you just said is like saying, do you know what? Let the pastors go and continue destroying lives. We're not going to speak about it. We're not going to say anything about it. Who wants to touch this? Afro, do you want to touch this man?
Yeah, I do. I want to touch him.
I know what you want to do.
Yeah, I want to touch him really badly. Yeah. If it's not me touching him, I want someone else to.
Listen, I don't even want to touch it, even with a barge pole.
Oh,
this man.
Vessel, imagine I've got the biggest pole. And he's right there. Eesh.
Nah, Afro, listen, this guy is just ick.
Whack.
And then someone comes in the comments, touch not my prophets, touch not my anointed. Who is anointed? This one? Anointed by who? Satan himself cannot even anoint this one.
Anointed
this one is the one who anointed Satan. This one. The way he's so evil. The way he is evil, he anointed Satan.
He anointed Satan. Oh, Vessel. Oh,
no, this man is evil. I read the Bible from cover to cover 4 times. I didn't see anywhere where Satan committed evil. But I have seen where Tobi has committed evil. I tell you, he anointed Satan. He is Satan himself. This one.
No, but
and then someone is coming to say, "Touch not my anointed." Anointed by who?
Anointed by his belly. Tobi's dog, absolutely.
Beg.
Yes.
Beg.
There was something else. You said judgment is real. Taiwo, please, I can send you the link. I would love for you to come and tell us about judgment. Who is judging? Why are we being judged? What is the reason for this judgment? These are the conversations I want to have. This so-called judgment. If anybody is going to be judged, if anyone is going to be judged, you, Taiwo Folorunso, and Tobi. You will be at the top of the line. What your own judgment? I'm telling you, the thunder that is coming, is arranging your judgment for you. And don't forget that your book says you people will come before God and say, I did this in your name, I did that in your name. Your God will say, who are you? Get thee behind me, you worker of iniquity.
Hey,
You are saying that we should give our life to Christ, and they will be welcoming us. Say, come, welcome to the bosom of the Lord. But you, Taiwo Folorunsho, well, your own judgment is coming. And everything you are writing here, because we haven't done anything to you. So, but you look at you, middle of the night, you're here coming to come and put all this here. Eh?
they say before it's too late. Too late for what? Too late for what?
But Vessel, it
Hey,
says,
these
wait, look at
people.
this. Wait, Vessel, look at this here. It said, you better give your life to Christ before it is too late. Really?
I don't want to give my life to anything,
But Vessel,
especially a thing called Christ.
Vessel,
Nonsense thing.
Vessel, their Jesus lived till he was 33, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm older than Jesus.
And you must give your life to that little boy.
I'm older than the guy. He should call me auntie.
You should
He
come and
could not.
prostrate. You should come
Wait.
and prostrate before you and say, Auntie, good morning. Good morning,
Yes,
Auntie Afro.
Auntie Afro. What are you on about? Look,
Baoni.
the,
Is
the
it
guy,
Baoni?
the guy,
Baoni ma.
the Jesus could not hold on to his own life.
Hi.
Daddy wanted him.
Hi.
Daddy from day one, said, "This guy, I want to kill you.
To
I want
kill
those
you.
humans to kill you."
You will not see your 40s.
He said, "You 40 years old, you will not see on earth." He could not hold on to his own, the one that he had, the life. 33, they snuffed him out. Now
Hi.
they say I should come and give my own life. Where they manage here? Make I go give am to person we no even sabi. We didn't even have a life of his own. They said he never fucked before. He said he never, he didn't experience any sort of pleasure in his life.
He
They didn't
didn't
know
know
shit
orgasm.
about anything.
He didn't experience orgasm.
No, they said he never had an orgasm. I should go and give my own life to him.
What
Man,
a useless life.
you
What a
gotta give
waste
your
of
life.
life.
You gotta give your life to Jesus. Jesus will be looking like, what am I supposed to do with this? What? Daddy? Because he can't do anything without daddy. Daddy, God, daddy. What am I supposed to do with this? Give your life to God.
Please.
You know
Why
what?
is
Vessel.
no, do you know what cracks me up
Vessel.
after
Vessel,
when
the moment we start talking about Jesus, look, the numbers immediately dropped. You get so uncomfortable. But hey, listen, Vessel, I'm not giving my life to Jesus, but I will give him
no
something though. No, I will give him something. But not my life, but I will give him something. Do you know what I'll give him?
Afro,
Do you know
listen,
what
the
I'll give him?
one that cracks me up is when they say seek Jesus. Why is he playing hide and seek? Why is he hiding? Why should I seek him? He chose to hide. He chose to play games. Why is he hiding? I must get up from where I'm sitting and go look
I'm
for
going to be looking for waiting no loss for market. Something that is not lost, you're going to be looking for it up and down the place. And
He's
then the same
waiting.
Bible, the
Hiding.
same Bible says God is the one that draws people to him. He's the one that draws people to himself. So me that I'm an atheist today is the God that made me an atheist. Hello.
Yes.
God
It's
designed me,
isn't it?
made me an atheist, and now I'm supposed to go and be looking for waiting no loss. Hey, wait, what am I beg you guys should go and keep your
No
Jesus somewhere,
sense.
please. We're done with Jesus. My God. And yes, I
Jesus,
said my
Jesus.
God. I don't think of your God,
Yeah.
guys. Now you must remember
You
everyone
don't
that
know about your God, Afro.
you must
Sorry to
remember
know.
everyone. You must remember that this God and Jesus 300 years ago Africans were never Christians. Well, our part of Africa. Because they will come and say, but there was Christianity in Ethiopia. Okay, we're not Ethiopians. The people who brought us Jesus, we know who did. The colonizers brought us Jesus. They forced that guy on us. So now we are saying enough is enough. We don't want foreigners' gods, foreigners' deities. See, it is the damage that these religions have done, right? And you better start accepting the fact that many people will start to challenge your God beliefs because it was never ours to begin with. It was your whole Jesus and God and these characters, never ours to begin with. You cannot bring a God that looks nothing like me. You cannot bring a God that does not relate with me, cannot relate with me. You cannot bring me a God that was never mine to begin with. Jesus was from Judea. I don't know Judea. I've never been to Judea. It ain't nothing to do with me. So you keep your God to yourself.
That's it. It's just crazy. Someone saying what God cannot do does not exist. Listen, your own Bible says your God was too scared to fight the people that had iron chariots.
Who said what God cannot do does not exist?
One Jerry Eze fanatic there.
Oh, that one. He's always here. Omo Ijebu.
Don't worry, we're not talking
A
about
whole Omo Ijebu like you. You did
we're not
follow.
talking about Jerry Eze today, but
No,
don't
but
worry.
Vesto, how is
Mhm.
somebody from Ijebu? Huh? How is someone from Ijebu claiming a god from Judea? How is that even possible?
They'll tell you that they're descendants of Ham.
What? They're descendants of
Is it Ham? Who
who is,
saw the naked father?
who is Ham? Who is Ham? I beg.
One of the sons of, is it Noah?
Who is Noah?
Oh, one guy like that, one drunkard guy like that they
And
say he saved the floods. I don't know, one stupid story like
is he
that.
my uncle? Is he my uncle?
No.
Is he
Afro,
my
if that one is
my
your uncle. Afro, if that one is your uncle, hey, I can't even talk to you, man. I'll be
really?
looking at you saying shame.
So what has Noah on this? What have they got to do with me?
I don't
I don't
get
get
it.
it.
They just want to be so much associated with this God, so much that they make up lies.
Mm, I tell you the worst part of it all. For me, the worst part is that Adam and Eve. They say
Hey,
because of Adam and Eve eating a fruit. Now me, wait, two
the,
people in the
the
garden
blame is
eat
too
a
much.
fruit.
The
Then
blame is
me,
too much. They blame Adam and Eve eating the fruit, and then they
yeah,
blame Ham for seeing his father's nakedness. What else did they blame? They also blame Satan for fighting the gods. They,
mm-mm,
they so much blame. They even blame Sodom and Gomorrah, city that was destroyed. They'll tell you this, that, and the other. Ha!
mm-mm.
These people.
I beg. Listen,
We need to do a live stream roasting these people, Afro.
tomorrow,
Honestly.
tomorrow we have to do something because listen, look at this person. Mama said Jesus loves you all. Mama,
Hey, I don't want his love.
Satan, no, vessel. Let me return the favor, please. Satan loves you and Lucifer loves you even more, Mama T. Satan loves you and
Bend
Lucifer
over and receive the love
loves
of
you
Satan.
so perfectly. Mama T, tonight, Satan and Lucifer, the two of them, I don't know if they're supposed to be one person or two. They will come tonight and come and
They're good people. You
scratch your
forgot
nyash today
devil. You
to show
forgot
you
devil.
how much they love you.
You forgot devil, Lucifer, and Satan.
Right.
The three of them. They will come for you. And then you call Jesus, Jesus. Let's see if your Jesus will
No,
save
no, no,
you.
no, 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 no. When we're talking about the love of Satan,
Mhm.
Jesus isn't. Listen, Satan loves Mamati. Hello.
A
Oh,
lot.
Beautiful. That love. And I
Mm.
tell you what, Satan will love you so much more than God can ever love you. God say he loves you and then he's creating a place of eternal damnation for you. That's not love. That's not love. Try Satan's love. Have you tried Satan's love today? Have you tried it before? Stop telling people that don't believe in your Jesus. Jesus loves them. That's a violation of people's uh, uh well, how do I put it? Something how can you force the love of somebody I didn't ask for? How can you force it on me? That's abusive as fuck. Telling me
No,
Jesus loves you. Just no, just think about it. We're here having a conversation about something else, and someone just comes along. Jesus loves you. Like
ew, that's disgusting.
what?
That's disgusting.
And then the same Jesus vessel will love me, will love you, will love this one, will
Mm-mm.
love everybody,
Then
sharing his love everywhere. No, I don't want that kind of love. Can't
that's
keep that
why
love.
that's why we need to really look at the origin of this HIV. It started with that Jesus loving everybody, going
Guys,
from person to
see,
person.
vessel now, vessel.
And we need to investigate properly.
Vessel,
No, I'm serious.
vessel,
I'm serious, Afro, because they're
vessel,
talking about why people came in with the monkeys and whatever.
vessel,
Is it Jesus that caused it?
vessel. Mm-mm.
Yes. Oh.
Mm. Oh, vessel. Oh, here we go. My goodness.
Is this Jesus that caused it? Because
Oh, yeah,
you know
yeah,
when these white people came to
yeah.
colonize, they also came with smallpox. They came with smallpox and HIV with the Jesus.
Eish. Mm,
I'm
mm.
telling you, I blame Jesus.
Okay. Okay. That
Loving everybody.
I don't know
No
what to say to
protection.
that. I don't
Loving
know what to say
everyone
to that.
with no protection. Zero protection.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
guys, listen. See, Vessel, the numbers dropped fast. Hey, the numbers, what she did, like, hey, no, I can't be here. Run. Listen, you've got to get to the point where you start challenging and asking yourself why you believe what you believe. Is there evidence for the existence of your Sky Daddy? Is Sky Daddy really up there? If he is, where? Seventh heaven, where is that? Heaven, hell, where are these places? It's just, guys, some of us were not afraid though. We're not afraid of your Sky Daddy at all. At all. So you
You
get
know,
used to it.
Afro, there's someone in the comments asking, what about your children? What about your husband?
Who
Listen,
is
there
that?
are men. There are men, real men who do not believe in this stupid God and these stupid fairy tales.
Vessel,
There are real men like
vessel,
that.
vessel.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't remember Harriet?
I remember Harriet. I just want them to know that there are real men out there who do not believe in these lies, in these fictional characters. Real men who make real decisions. Not
And
men
bring
who have
in,
to first go and bow to another man. Pastor, should I buy rice in my house? Or should we just drink Gary? A pastor will say, no, this man to drink Gary. Nonsense. What kind of a man is that? Ooh. Listen, Afro, a man who is religious or who believes in a God is so off-putting. It's so ick. People do not understand. They do not understand. A colonized brain. Imagine dealing with a man who is colonized in the brain.
Harriet, my children are atheists. In fact, my children were atheists before I was an atheist. One of my sons, in fact, both of them, they've never believed in a God. Never. They've never. It's just never made sense to them, the God belief. So when you talk about heaven and hell, for my children, it's not a thing. It's not, sorry, what are you talking? Heaven and hell, they don't know what that is. And I'm so thankful. They don't know what that is. And I'm so thankful. So yeah, they figured it out before I did, and they were young and they figured it out. So anyway, so a religion of colonial masters cannot save you. The religion of the people who colonized you cannot save you. Just get that in your here. And this is why people like this can take advantage. They prey on your God belief. These people prey on your belief in God. That's
Afro.
how they. I do you have your camera on? Let me turn it off.
Okay. Afro.
Yes, ma'am.
Jesus had raptured me.
Oh, where
Yeah.
did he take you to?
I don't know why he was taking me up in the sky. Then I kicked him in the balls. And I told him
Oh,
to take me back.
did you hurt him or not?
I don't know. He was crying. Daddy, daddy. I don't know. Left him there crying for his daddy. And I
Ish.
ran back
He's always
down.
crying for his daddy anyway. He's always crying for his daddy. I mean, like, look when he was on the cross. Oh, daddy, why have you forsaken me, daddy? Lama lama shabakitani. Ah,
And as
oh
usual,
man.
the
And
dad
daddy,
did
daddy,
not
daddy,
respond.
daddy, daddy was up there like Jesus. We talked about this already. Just
He
get it,
was,
move on.
he was eating popcorn.
I'm
Like,
ignoring
like,
you,
no,
Jesus.
do you know what he was saying? He was like, shut up.
Jesus, I need you dead.
You're saying, keep quiet. Shut up there.
And then as soon as Jesus died, he said, as soon as he died on the cross, he found himself like, oh, look at me. Oh, I'm dead now. Daddy, I did it. Daddy, I done it. I done did it. And daddy's like, yeah, that's my
Get those
boy.
keys, son. Go
And
to
and
hell and
and,
get the
and daddy
keys.
said, well, but it's not time to come to heaven just yet. Just can you quickly run to hell?
Jesus, the messenger boy.
Can you run to hell and go and collect the set of keys?
But you know what, Afro? It
Man,
means
the
it means
Bible story.
Lucifer is the
Yeah.
favorite, is the favorite. Lucifer is the favorite son. He can go into heaven, he can go to hell, he can walk around the earth. Jesus is the unloved one, the black sheep. Say, kill
Man.
him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Jesus must die.
Okay.
Kill him, kill him, kill him.
That's so Jesus don't die already now. You want to kill him a second time.
That's what the crowd was saying.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah, yeah. Is that story the story that a virgin was impregnated by a spirit? Why do you begin with stories like that? They're just folk tales. Just no, stop it. Stop it, please. Stop it. Mm-mm. No, but that was you know. Mm. Sorry that we took a little detour, but these are conversations that need to be had. Um, and the foundation of my channel is when I walked away from religion, realized that it was all a pack of lies. Religion is a scam. Religion is nothing but a man-made construct. These are man-made ideas. No evidence. But if anyone has evidence for God, please, I'm very happy to hear all about it. Mhm. If you have any evidence, if you want to talk about it, we're always willing to hear about it. Don't come in my uh, emails and come and start sending me like that last gentleman. I even had the decency to respond and sent me this long episode. I'm like, really? And all he was on about is atheists have no, there is objective morality and subjective morality. Really? Nobody needs that crap. Just keep
But
your.
bro, if we had said we were Muslim, they would not be preaching this stupid Jesus to us, telling us about the stupid love this stupid Jesus has. But because we don't believe, they're trying to force it down our throats. We do not have to believe in anything.
No.
Harriet, if you were born in China, you would be a Buddha believer right now, not a Jesus believer. You're only a Jesus believer because your ancestors were beaten, some of them killed, some of them raped, some of them tortured in order to believe in this Jesus. That's the only reason why you believe in this Jesus. If those white people didn't bring Jesus to you, you would not know Jesus right now. So get with the program, ma'am. Stop forcing this stupid man on us. We do not care. We do not want him. Right? Accept that we are expressing our human rights to not believe in this Jesus and his father.
Mm-hmm.
It is my human right to not believe. I do not want it. Do not force it on me. I don't
Yes.
care for it. Why don't you accept that?
Mm.
Why is it so difficult for you to understand that I do not want to believe in this God of yours?
No.
Why is it so difficult? I don't get it. You want me to be a mumu like you, to be a robot, just going around spewing things that you don't even understand yourself?
Exactly.
Who
And you're right.
who was the God talking to when he who was the conversation between when they were saying touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm? Who were the two people talking there? You want to come and bring it here and generalize it? You not get sense.
Ayokunle, hello, and how are you? Says they beat Jesus into our ancestors. I'm glad you would say that because I've got a book here. One second. I think I've read bits of this book before. And this, oh, sugar, not this one. Where is the book? Uh, is it this one? Oh no. I'll find it. But the book is about how the how the missionaries spread Jesus, how they brought Jesus, and a lot of it was through violence. They brought Jesus through violence. Any God that they bring to you through violence, just run. Run from that God and his son and their ghost. You run because they will turn that violence around on you. They will turn it around on you. So, all right, Sino Pataki, we're going to be ending soon as well. So, yeah. Ah, the God conversation always makes believers very uncomfortable. How do you feel? So all you want to hear is things that make you feel good about your beliefs. That's all you want to hear. But even in your beliefs, you are not guaranteed to go to heaven. Even in your beliefs, you are not, there is no guarantee for you.
Afro, they were here joining us, castigating Toby because they believe Toby is doing something wrong. Why don't they question why their God is allowing Toby to get away with what he's doing, if that
Mm,
God really exists?
exactly.
They
Exactly.
thought we were on the same side. Then they realized, oh no, we're not on the same side. But they'll join in to talk bad about Toby, about any other prophet they don't agree with.
Mm.
This is your brother in Christ. Pray for him.
Well, touch not my anointed. They're the ones touching the anointed then, right?
Yes, exactly. Not us. We don't believe that BS.
Hmm. You know, if you are a believer, I want you to stop and think that there are no guarantees that you will go to heaven in your religion, whatever religion it is, Christian, Muslim. There are no guarantees. And if there is a heaven and hell, what makes you think that all atheists would not go there? Hmm? What makes you think that you would be the one going there? Considering that your God designed heaven to only have a small number of people. He said the path that leads to the heaven is very narrow. So when God was designing heaven and hell, he only wanted a small number of people. Oh, sorry. And I also remember he wants the 144,000 virgin boys with him as well. Because your God is obsessed with virgin boys. I don't know what God wants with 144,000 virgin boys, but somehow he needs them. Okay. But what makes you think you're going to be part of the others? That's the others who manage. They're going to struggle to get in. If you are rich, your own chances are done. You will struggle to get there if you are rich. If you are poor, can you imagine being poor on this earth and then go over there and still go and languish in hell? Anyway, I don't believe in the existence of these places, but um, be careful when you point fingers at others because they do not believe. Your own faith is not secure. If you are a Christian, you've got other denominations to contend with. How do you know you've got the right God? How do you know you've got the right denomination? How do you know you've got the right pastor? How do you know that you've got the right doctrines? Oh, because they told you, so you just believe. Ah, do some homework. Go and ask, did Jesus really resurrect? Was Mary truly impregnated by the Spirit? Right? Go and ask these questions. Do some homework. Not here just hating. No room to hate at all. The only thing is we just do not believe. That's it. We do not believe. And that's okay. So Queen Coco, what's Queen Coco saying? Queen Coco, tell me, why do you believe in Jesus? Just out of curiosity, I want to know. Toby is not my brother. You guys can believe what you want. No, we don't believe. We don't do believing. We don't do believe in something. Why? Why do you want to believe in something? So you can believe what you want. It is your choice. It's not my choice. I just don't believe. It's not a choice. It is not a choice. I am not convinced by Sky Daddies. I'm not. So it's not a choice. I am a Christian, but I understand why you feel a way about Queen Coco. Why? Why are you a Christian, Queen Coco? Of all the religions in the world, thousands of them, why did you choose Christianity? Queen Coco? I'm waiting for your response. Of all the religions in the world, you could be Hindu, you could be Sikh, you could be Buddhist, you could be Jainist, you could be uh, what's that? What else? There's this particular religion that I always, the name always skips. Zoroastrianism. You could be Zoroastrian. You could be just anything. Why are you a Christian, Queen Coco? Considering that Jesus is from Judea and you're from Nigeria, so how did you adopt the Judean Christ, or Judean Jesus? So how did you from Nigeria adopt the Christ from Judea? So this is not a matter of choosing now. I want to know, how did you come to your choice of belief? the belief, the one you finally picked? How did you choose that? Because when you say, oh, just believe what you want to believe, and we believe what you want to believe, what you believe has harmed us. What you believe, Christianity, has harmed us. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. I'm going to type in Google, right? Have a look at this. Type in Google Christian torture devices. Christian torture devices. Type that in Google and see what you find. Devices that were used by Christians to force people to adopt Christianity. Christian torture devices. Right, let me see. Right. Look at this device here. Once upon a time, right? Right, so this is let's see, what does it say? What inspired me to so Antonio Galeano was attempting to organize the saints according to the methods by which they were killed. So he began with people who were killed on crosses or stakes or other sorts of devices on which you might be hung. And then he moved on to chopping saw devices, different sorts of pulleys and wheels. So being a good early modern scientist, classifying, dividing and subdividing, his goal was sectarian. He wanted to help the Catholics to whom he was writing better understand the suffering of their heroes who had been dead for well over a millennium. So,
Queen Coco, the Bible does say to enslave people. The Bible talks about taking sex slaves from the nations that didn't believe. The Bible talks, the God even commands people to go and wipe out all the nations that didn't worship this God. So what do you mean when you say that the Bible didn't say for them to do those things? Yet your God in the Bible specifically commanded them to go out there and kill every man, every woman that has slept with a man, every child, even the dogs were not safe. And they were told, keep the virgins for yourself. And the virgins were usually young children. And the God said, shave their hair, cut off their nails, allow them to mourn their families. After that, you can sleep with them. If you don't enjoy it, send them away.
let me look for that verse. The one
There
that
in your
says you
Bible,
can.
but you're saying your God didn't tell you. Please,
Wait,
there's a
let me
lot
see.
you don't know about your religion, clearly.
In the Bible, virgins, they can marry.
The one that says keep the virgins for yourself. Imagine someone coming to raid your city, kill all your parents, taking little girls away to go and wife them. Nothing different to what Boko Haram did when they raided those schools.
An Israelite father could sell his unmarried daughters into servitude with the expectation or understanding that the master or his son could eventually marry her, as found in Exodus 21 7 to 11. The Bible and slavery. Hmm. So
And the
let me
one
read.
about,
Wait,
sorry.
let me show. Wait, hold on. I was going to show. Let's go back here. Let's see. Deuteronomy. Marrying a captive woman. This is the one we want. So,
Mhm.
marrying a captive woman. So, this is in Deuteronomy 21, verse 10 to 25. Talks about. So, marrying a captive woman. When you go to war against your enemies and the Lord your God delivers them into your hands and you take captives. If you notice among the captives a beautiful woman and you are attracted to her, you may take her as your wife. Now, bear in mind, this girl, beautiful woman that you are attracted to, you and your army have killed her father, her uncle, grandmother, and now just the women and children are left. Now you are busy looking at the beautiful girl who is mourning the death of her family members. So it says, you may take her as your wife. Bring her into your home and have her shave her head. She's already mourning as it is, but you're going to shave her head and trim her nails and put aside the clothes that she was wearing when she was captured. You want to marry a captured woman. It's sick. Your Bible is sick. That you should put the clothes she was wearing when she was captured. After she has lived in your house and mourned her father and mother for a full month. You give her 1 month, 4 weeks to mourn her father and mother. These are instructions given by God Himself. So then you may go to her and be her husband, and she shall be your wife. But if you are not pleased with her, let her go wherever she wishes. You must not sell her or treat her as a slave, since you have dishonored her. You dishonored a you dishonored an orphan. This God is sick. Mm, 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 mm. These people, this Bible is sick. A rebellious son. Let's read about the rebellious son. Is that lady still here? Queen Coco. Queen Coco, you are still here. All right. Queen Coco, listen to this one. Where's the verse? I've lost it. Where did I find? Where did the verse go? Okay. Queen Coco, listen now. What your God said they should do to rebellious children. If someone has a stubborn and rebellious son who does not obey his father and mother and will not listen to them when they discipline him, his father and mother shall take hold of him and bring him to the elders at the gate of his town. They shall say to the elders, this son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey us. He is a glutton and a drunkard. Then all the men of his town are to stone him to death. If your child is stubborn, once upon a time, the Bible God says, take them to the elders, and they were to stone them to death. This is what Queen Coco has chosen to believe in. This is what so many have chosen to believe in. That's just sickening. It's sickening. There's other things as well. So many things in the Bible that makes you think, wow, this is disturbing. And one gentleman in the Bible, they said you have to sleep with your dead brother's wife. And you must come inside her. You must come inside her. God says, come inside your dead brother's wife. The guy got on top and did his thing, but could not come inside her. He spilled it on the floor. God said, fuck you. God grabbed, just killed him. This is the God that Queen Coco believes in. Anyway, my people.
These people just know how to come in and spoil the mood.
It's okay.
It's okay. Can't stand them.
Okay. No, I don't mind. These are conversations that we need to have. We need to talk about this because they keep talking about, believe in Jesus, believe in God, believe in Jesus. This is what is in your Bible. How do you want us to believe in these things? Your pastors will not preach this on Sunday. They will not preach it on Wednesday. But it's right there in the books. In your book, sorry. Books, I don't know. I will not believe in a God that says it's okay to kill people, children, because they are stubborn. That means a lot of us would never have made it with this Bible God. And before you come, let me tell you what they're going to say, Vessel. Let me tell you what they're going to say. It was the Old Testament. In the New Testament, we live by grace. Let me show you New Testament. Let me show you what your Jesus said in the New Testament. Your Jesus. Give me a second. Guys, please don't forget to give the stream a thumbs up. Please. I know this is not popular opinion, but unfortunately, it's just the truth. Does anybody know the verse where Jesus said, you have left everything, you have abandoned the laws, including the law. Yes, I remember it was something to do with washing of hands. Yeah, washing their hands, the hands of the disciples. Okay, it was something to do with washing of hands. Say Matthew 15, 1 to 9. Okay, Matthew 15, 1 to 9. So Matthew 15. Right, let me share very quickly. These are the words of Jesus. Okay. Then some of the Pharisees and teachers of the law, right? And if you're wondering, this is Matthew 15. Then some of the Pharisees and teachers of the law came to Jesus from Jerusalem and asked, "Why do your disciples break the tradition of the elders? They don't wash their hands before they eat." Jesus replied, "And why do you break the command of God for the sake of your tradition? For God said, 'Honor your father and mother,' and anyone who curses their father or mother is to be put to death. But you have said that if anyone declares that what might be used to help their father or mother is devoted to God, they are not to honor their father or mother with it. Thus, you nullify the word of God for the sake of your tradition. You hypocrites." Isaiah was right when he prophesied about it. Jesus is saying, they came to Jesus, "Why is your disciples not washing their hands?" Jesus said, tit for tat. My disciples are not washing their hands, but you too. God said you people should be killing your children, right? If they don't honor you. God said, yeah, God said you people should be killing them, but you have stopped doing it. Look at it. Jesus said, "And why? Why are you breaking the command of God for the sake of your tradition? For God said, 'Honor your father and mother,' and anyone who curses their father and mother is to be put to death." This is what your God said. And Jesus came and repeated it as well, saying, "This is what you are supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be killing your children." Jesus said, "You are hypocrites. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They worship me in vain. Their teachings are merely human rules." Here you go. So before you go, it's the Old Testament. Old Testament. Even your Jesus supports. Anyway, never mind. All right, people. I don't like that we ended on this note. Tomorrow now, nobody will come. They won't come. Christians do not like to hear the truth because they have been fed a lie through generations until now. The pastors won't teach them the truth. You're right. You are right. I'm baffled why Africans with their own culture and religion are sticking with the white man's religion. Starfish and coffee. I wish that they would think 200, 300 years ago. There was no such thing as Christianity in our part of the world, West Africa. There was no such thing. It didn't exist. They're all living. Yeah, they're living. They have to. It's uncomfortable, and I get it. I get it. I understand. They are blockheads, Christians and Christians, Islam blockheads. Oh no. We were once Christians. We were once Muslims ourselves. I was a Muslim, but I was Christian. But we can empathize because we were once there. Vessel not too long ago. So we were there once. But question everything. Question everything. Matthew 15:17. What does it say? Matthew 15:17. Queen Coco, I asked you a question.
For God so loved the blah 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 nonsense.
Queen
The
Coco, I
world
asked
was
you a
already there
question.
before this God and this Jesus ever existed. How can this God love the world? Would you, in order to forgive your enemy, you, Queen Coco, would you kill your own child? Can't you just forgive your enemy? Can't you just show love? Why would you sacrifice your own child to prove to people that you love them? Does it make sense? Come on now.
Coco, please, why do you believe in Jesus? I'm curious. I want to know. Dipsy baby, it is always important to live consciously. I mean, yeah, you need to live consciously, yes. But you can live consciously without a belief in sky daddies. Very possible. You can. We're doing it every day. I've been doing it for the last how many years now, and it's a beautiful life. Don't have to worship the sky daddy. Don't have to get up in the morning. Oh, Father, thank you, Lord. Oh my goodness gracious me. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom, my Father. No, no, no. I don't pray at all. I don't pray. I haven't said a prayer in years. Years. Not necessary. Prayers are just ramblings. Just there's nobody listening to you. Nobody. There's nobody listening to you. Can you imagine? Some people go and pray. They pray for, hey God, my destiny helper, locate me in Jesus' name. So God, through that one, too, will be listening to your prayer and say, hey, Queen Coco has prayed though. Queen Coco wants a destiny helper. Oh yeah, angels, please run and go and give her a destiny helper. Now. I mean, come on now. Destiny helper. God, I've lost my keys. God, please, can you help me find my keys? And God will say, angel, run. Go and help her to find her key right now. Anyway, I need to go. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is another day. Vessel.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Oh, I love being here.
Thank you.
I love it here.
Oh, Doopsy, you agree? Oh, that's rare. Hey, to find people that agree with us is rare.
People are
Our
waking up,
people,
Afro.
they too like their religion.
I
To find
love
people
that
that
people
agree
are
with us.
waking up. I love it.
Yes, I do. I don't get me wrong. I was expecting that Doopsy
Mm-hmm.
doesn't agree with us, but yeah, I appreciate that because does it not bother you? Let me show you something very quickly before we go. Let me show you. This actually bothers me a lot. This one bothers me. This bothers me. And it will show you the trajectory in 50 years. What's going to happen? Hold on. Let me share my screen. Right. So have a look at these figures. So this is the divide of religion in Nigeria. I mean, you can do this for anywhere, but most of you are Nigerians because we're talking about Tobi. Right. So, I actually want figures. Right. So look at this. As at 2018, the World Fact Book by the CIA, the population is estimated to be 53.5% of 230 million people. 53.5% of those are Muslims. 45.9% are Christians. So if 53.5 and 45.9 Muslim, Christian, 0.6 are the others. 0.6. So Isheshe, traditional worshippers, atheists, agnostics. So people like us are very rare in Nigeria. Everybody, they believe. And if that God is fake, if that God does not exist, this is troubling. This is troubling. While the rest of the world are going to be moving on and, you know, Look in 50 years, all these people here believe that there is a world after we die. And so it's about that world over there and not this one here. So this one here, they don't give a shit about it because there's another one that they're going to. In 50 years, while other countries will be thriving, right? Doing really well. Us, when we say, God, come and deliver. God, touch the politicians to do our road in Jesus' name. Touch the politicians so they can provide us with water in Jesus' name. Touch the politicians so they can give us electricity. 50 years from now, I'm telling you, if you think things are bad right now in Nigeria, it's going to get worse. It's just guaranteed. Because when you have more churches than schools, hospitals, and industries combined, you have more churches than schools, than hospitals, than police stations, than in factories, industry. You're fucked. You're fucked. It's just that simple, my guys. It's just that simple. These numbers scare me. These numbers actually scare me. Wise T said the African traditional religion is no better than Christianity. Yeah, we're not religious at all. We don't do any sort of spirituality. But at least if you're going to choose a belief, if that's what you want to do, to believe in something, believe in one that is closer to home. One that looks like you, was created by your ancestors, was, your ancestors could speak to it or whatever. I mean, one that, not the one from all the way in Judea, all the one or the one all the way in Mecca. You travel all the way to go and find God. I'm sorry. Dipsy baby, Yes, I need to put in that most people are not mentally stable. Oh, that's a shame, Dipsy. The same people still take their 10% and go and give to Eneche, to Adeboye, Oyedepo, and all those clowns. Anyway, people, I think we've done enough. The plan was not to stay for too long tonight, so we need to go and get some rest, and we will be back. Mary Parker says religion is confusion and manipulation zone. Completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. Once Arsenal 14 Afro, sorry, I said that because they are not willing to think critically and logically. They're lazy mentally. Some of them don't have any choice at all. Some of them, it's not a. This thing is hard though, guys. After Matthew 15:17, so did God destroy the dinosaurs to put humans on the earth? If God created the world, why did dinosaurs exist before humans? Which has been proven. What does Matthew 15:17 say? 17. What does it say? So, don't you see that whatever enters the mouth goes into the stomach and then out of the body? Do you not yet realize that whatever enters the mouth goes into the stomach and then it is eliminated? Matthew 15:17. So Jesus asked, do you not realize that whatever enters the mouth goes into the stomach? What's Jesus trying to say here? I mean, it's you eat, you shit it out. What, we need Jesus to come and tell us that? We need Jesus to come and tell us that when you eat, you shit. Okay, all right, I got you. It says anything you eat passes through the stomach and then goes into the sewer. Of course it does. Wait, we need Jesus to come and tell us that crap? Oh, okay. But the things that come out of the mouth come from the heart. That's a lie. That's a lie. But the things that come out of my mouth cannot be coming from my heart. My heart does not have the ability to process words. My heart has the aorta, valves, uh, you know, all these vessels and things running through it, right? Pumps engine and pumps the blood. My heart has not got the ability to make me speak. But your Jesus said that the things that come out of your mouth come from the heart. Yikes. Jesus should have gone to do some biology or something. Jesus should have gone to biology school. He should have got to learn some biology. Was a mistake. Lol. Oh, okay. 15, 17. Okay. Right. All right. Okay. K.A. says, I'm a Christian. However, I agree with the brother point you made. K.A. Lewis, why are you a Christian? K.A. Lewis, why? Why are you a Christian? Considering that there are no guarantees for you to go to heaven, why? Why are you a Christian? Every day you live by just begging God, please make me go to heaven, please. I remember when I used to pray, if I just enter, just let me enter, even if it is to sweep the floor, just let me enter, because there are no guarantees. Your God says that your righteousness are filthy rags before Him. K.A. Lewis, you're here telling us how proud you are a Christian. Your God says you're filthy. You, who is righteous, you and us, we are not righteous. So we're already filthy rags. But your God says you that you are righteous. Your righteousness is like filthy rags. Shit. So on your best day, K.A. Lewis, on the day that you are the best Christian ever, your God says you ain't shit. Filthy. Choose a better God, I beg. Choose one that likes you at least. Not the one that tells you, what does their God say again? It says to that Jesus said, what did Jesus say? He said, to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. So, K.A. Lewis, you are still every day trying to work out your own salvation. Every day you will fear and tremble to work out my salvation. Yeah, before I lose it. Oh, I'm working it out. I'm working it out. Hallelujah. And then on Judgment Day, you still wouldn't make it. Okay. Anyway, my people, right? This is something for you to think about. K.A. Lewis, go and think. Go and think. Religion of colonialism. You choose the religion of colonialism. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Not at all. I think you should focus on Tobi. This is what we're doing now. This is exactly what we are doing. And my channel started off challenging Christianity, and that's never going to change. Tobi is just a continuation of where I left off for the Tobi conversation. So get ready. I mean, you want to come with insults now, Abby? A big woman like you shouldn't be doing all this. Which one? Which one should I not be doing? K.A. Lewis, what should I not be doing? Look at these people said, big woman like you should not be doing. What should I be doing? Oh yeah. Thank you for the buckets, please. Eh? We just 666 has supplied you some buckets so you can cry your tears inside there. Get ready. Get ready. It's going to get worse. Many more people are walking away from religion. Your children are going to walk away. Your children. They're starting now to see that you're talking bullshit. When you start saying, oh, Noah was in the flood, and this, your children know that it doesn't make sense. Why are we, mommy, daddy, why are we being punished for two people eating a fruit? And then you will now say, because Adam was the father, and Adam is our father of all of us. Oh, mommy and daddy. So was Adam a black man? Because I saw the picture of Adam. He's a white man. No, hey, Adam, mommy, where was the garden? Um, I don't know. It's in the Bible. You wait. Try explaining it to your children. Listen. Your children, they will leave. They're already leaving Christianity fast, leaving Islam. They're leaving religion. You don't know what it is. Anyway, guys, good night. Vessel, I don't know. Vessel might have gone to sleep. Good night, everyone. We
Good
just
night,
666. Thank you. Vessel,
everyone.
you're still there.
I'm here. Night night, everybody.
Hey, good night, everybody. Good night. Wait, where's my end song? Oh, I like this song, and I don't know why I've lost this song. Look at it.